Gotta wait. Gotta
Well,
wait
Whitney
until
is
the
already
right point.
here.
We gotta wait. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Wait. Last time on Dungeons and WheatTons,
Yeah.
you finished your feast with the Hob hero, the chief, the young chief of the goblins of the Panichi Pass, and started your little war game. If you lose, you will be thrown into the soup or put to slavery, except for the women, aka Prisma and Vitari, who will
Yeah.
be given to the soldiers, the goblin soldiers, to relieve stress.
That's not gonna happen.
They're cool with Vitari being a dude. But anyway,
Yeah.
we went through the fight, and we had to cliffhanger in the middle of it. And Prisma, it is now your turn. Oh, also, last time on Dungeons and WheatTons, I lost my temper, and that was not cool. I apologize once again.
I apologize myself for reasons that I spent like 2, 3 days addressing.
Yeah.
Well, I have guilt, but I also have inclinations.
And Pretty Dude does have hole, yes. Multiple.
There you go. Sounds good enough for pleasure relief.
Anyway, yes, Prisma, it is your turn.
Who's still alive?
Well, of the goblins or your party members?
Like of who's fighting? Because like I kind of forget. Yeah, which goblins are fighting?
All right, so this one is still alive in your entangle spell, and this one is still alive shooting arrows in your entangle spell.
Okay.
And of course, Aruget is still fighting as well.
Where's his health bar? What numbers has he got? I'm just kidding.
We won't know.
Yeah, I'm just
There.
kidding.
There, wait, I did you a solid. This square is the battle arena. Anything outside of that square is not in the fight.
Dimitri's in the fight, but he's at 1 HP.
Where is he?
He's right there on the edge.
Holy
Oh.
shit, the guy blends in.
That's Barsabi's dead. Never mind.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
I- I pinged these two by accident.
Yeah, that ended up confusing me. Hold on, let me further affirm my solid with a solid square. It's for the people who would park themselves at the edge of the arena, go attack someone who's not even in battle.
Well, either way, I'm shooting this one.
That one?
Yeah.
Roll your hit, please. That hits. And your tiny little toothpick flies through the air. And he falls,
Alright, I got another one.
limp, covered up in your viney noodles.
That's my turn.
Are we still blessed? And who was blessed?
You, Dominus, or Dominicus, Dominus, and
Dominus.
Okrith, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Dominus.
I think I've said that before as well.
I'm thinking a mix of Domina and Dominicus. You and your Legend of Mana.
Domina rules. All right, so it is Aruget's turn. And he is a raging. He's going to go for Okrith, who is right beside him. Boop. Missing, actually. Weird. But he's gonna throw another one. Alright, that hits. And not only does that hit, it is above 10. 10 more than his armor class. So, he is pushed 10 feet. And Aruget gets to make one extra attack, which he will make against Natus because he is right next to him. 15.
Miss.
Alright. And for damage for Okrith, 18 bludgeoning.
Unless I'm still recklessly attacking. But I don't know if that was more than a turn ago.
How do you establish if it's a reckless attack or not?
Whenever it is your turn and you're making an attack, you can choose to make it a reckless attack to gain advantage on it. But until the start of your next turn, everything has advantage on you, too.
Oh.
Is that a class
believe-
thing? A house rule? Or
It's a barbarian thing.
class.
That's a barbarian thing.
I think I've done that and then had a turn after as well. 'Cause
I
think I've-
don't remember,
I think I've just
honestly.
I think I've attacked him just without any kind of movement. So that wouldn't. I'm trying to check, but I have no idea of checking. Yeah, I tried to grapple him with my grapple rune.
Alright,
So
yeah.
I think it's a miss.
Yeah, tis a miss.
That's a weird way of spelling Okrith.
is that his name?
Guy with disadvantage sword? That doesn't look like
Thank you.
O-K-R-A-T-H.
Thank you. I forgot his name. All I could remember was the only distinctive feature about him at all.
That's the only distinctive feature about him?
Yes.
Not the fact that he has, like, diseased black blood running through his veins? And that he stays away from everybody because he doesn't want to accidentally infect you guys?
Yeah,
By touch?
He
That's the
saved
most
my
notable
life
thing
from the
to me.
leeches.
That isn't bad at all.
He sounds like 13 and Verseshka's love child.
He looks like it.
Yeah. Like, we made that joke. Like, come on, man. Catch up.
Man,
I'm bad with names. Go home, everyone.
I'm so good at making characters.
See, look at him. Don't he just look cool?
I think his
Oh.
legs are too short.
I like your characters, even if I
Your
forget their
legs are
names.
too short.
Hey, that's fucked up, man.
Now
I
that you
got
mention
complex
it.
about that one.
Okay, now that you mention it.
I
the
was-
You
legs
and your
are-
little auto gnome legs.
Oh, he meant the auto now.
Like,
Sure,
huh.
I'm at the auto now.
Perhaps he could use that leg extension surgery I was talking about.
Oh, I've seen that stuff. That's crazy.
I know, right?
I think my true self is a dolphin. Anyway,
Sure
Why do you say that?
it's just
No reason.
there was a South Park episode.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I
Uh,
want to be black and 6 feet tall.
Exactly. Where Kyle also got leg extension surgery.
anyway, that is the end of his turn. Vitari, you are down, but you had previously used your spare the dying cantrip on yourself, so you are not in any danger of dying unless you take 2 hits. So you can still be support while... actually, didn't you get the flask
Yes, that's what I'm rolling right now.
You got the
Got 5 back.
flask. All right, so you're back up with 5 hit points.
Back
So
up to
you're
5.
reintroducing the flask of free refills, right?
I wasn't planning on it. That would be on the random loot table.
Cause I
Okay.
really want that back. I loved its gambling sense.
Yeah, it'll be a random thing that you could possibly find. And with how lucky you guys are with getting what you want, there's a pretty good chance that you might find it. Oh wait,
Alright, so. Oh, wait.
There's the music.
forgot about it.
Well, Robin didn't drink from that flask, but you could make Nadus drink from it anytime you wanted.
Is that all you wish to do on your turn, Vitari?
Well, since I was down, does that count as just the action I could do?
I'm gonna say that since you got yourself back up, you're back to normal, and you could use that as your action or your movement,
So I
like
will-
as usual.
Alright, then I will make that my movement.
Of course, you will have to stand up, so that will
Yeah.
take half of your movement. So if you use it as your movement, you'll have to stay down for one more turn before you can stand up.
Well, since I'm not gonna move anyway, I'll be sitting there, and I will. Yeah, okay, who's Hello's lowest out here?
This guy has
Oh,
one
that
hit point.
I say, yeah, I could see him all beat up and he could do stuff, so might as well.
Oh, and I need to get rid of that shaman off the turntable.
I'll use 2.
Yeah, get rid of
There we
Prisma
go.
got another kill
Just
on his
hears
back.
the whispers in his head. It's like, hurry up, get back in the fight. And that'll be my turn. Bonuses.
Dimitri will look to you and say, "Thank you, pretty one."
You're welcome, as we're both just bleeding.
Is he aware he's a man?
That was like Errol Flynn, kind of.
He is aware, right?
Yeah, does it matter?
Well, I guess you can compliment a man with.
Have you seen Vitari?
No.
But why does he only get referred to as pretty?
Because at the moment, that's all he is. He must prove himself. And for you saying no, you haven't seen Vitari.
Oh, I remember now. Okay.
Kokuzo's favorite character.
Easily.
Aw, you're picking favorites?
Seriously.
Well,
let me
I'm
go
my
back over there.
favorite character.
Joey's always the favorite.
I'm just, I'm cool like that.
All right, so
Yeah,
is
my
that the
turn.
end of your turn? All right.
Yes, sirree.
I mean, healing word is technically a bonus action. You still have your action too.
Yeah. Well, playing with magic users. I mean, nah, that's. I'm ready in attack in case someone comes close.
Alrighty. Then last and very, very least is the goblin with the bow. And
Oh.
since he is restrained, he has disadvantage. Aiming for Dominicus because that's what who he was aiming for the whole time. 20.
Hit. Are you here, Tanner?
Yeah.
I'm letting
Alright.
you. I'm not doing the
is it my turn?
disadvantage. You're getting damage.
For what?
7 piercing for an arrow shot.
Can we go kill him? Can I throw my
Oh, you
hatchet
got
at him?
got a bigger foot.
I don't remember the range of the hatchet, but 50 feet. Hand axe has a range of 20 to 60 feet. You'll have disadvantage, but you can totally throw that hand axe at him. And it is your turn.
Wait, did he change forms? Did he like go Super Saiyan?
Did who change forms? Aruget?
What's Who's the big token?
That's Cornelius.
Cornelius, the giant bunny.
That's
Oh,
your
shit.
stalk of corn.
We do have a lot of food people here, don't we?
At least 2.
But anyway,
Why-
Dominicus and Natus, it's your turn.
So the guy that shot you, Tanner, was like up here somewhere. Here.
Where am I?
We're facing this guy. You're on my back.
Okay, so if I get down and go back, can I still move with natives or no?
If you get off of him, you cannot move with the Natus.
Okay. So I'm
What
gonna
were you
try to.
thinking? Flanking him.
No, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna throw one of my hatchets at the goblin who's shooting at us.
Okay. And you're blessed.
All right. Roll for that. Bless.
Which was what? A D4?
1d4.
1d4.
Did I not hit?
With disadvantage.
Oh,
Yeah, because you're in the disadvantage range of your hand axe's throw.
oh, I got you.
He's able to kind of bat it out of the way with the bow. You matched with the bless.
Let's try it again.
Oh wait, actually, I think because he's restrained, he has everything has advantage on him, so it would be a normal attack, right?
Cool.
Just checking real quick. Yeah, so it's actually a normal attack, so he'd get that 22 and hit. So you feel that arrow come out of you. You lift up that hand axe, grab it in midair, and toss it over there. It flies, spinning around, and lands square between his eyes, chopping the bow in half as he tried to block it.
I assume that kills him.
It does.
Nice. I say, take that, you foul ranged attacker. And then I'll short sword the Hastrota.
With your bonus action.
Don't I get a second attack?
Because you changed weapons to throw that one, I would say that you only get your bonus action offhand attack.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll bonus action.
Short sword.
Yeah.
All right, that hits.
Nice. Roll in. Oh, plus
Are we
rage.
raged?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, plus rage.
damage for both as well. Not that it matters, but that was a 9 hand axe attack.
I think that rage damage only applies on melee weapons,
Did we not have this conversation?
but I don't remember that, actually. I don't remember having a conversation about this either.
All right.
About working on improvised weapons?
Deja vu again.
No, ranged weapons.
It's like he's been here before.
All right, so he takes 9 cut in half, so he takes 4 damage.
What?
He's raging.
Why are you changing your halving?
What do you mean?
Right.
I
Last
rounded
week
down.
What is this sorcery?
I didn't change my halving. I rounded down. 9 cut in half would be 4.5, rounded down as 4.
He's just mad he didn't do more
rounded?
damage.
I want that 5. It's not satisfying.
I mean, everybody else, if you guys got hit with something that was odd and it got halved, it would be rounded up too.
No.
Okay.
That was another topic I spoke about.
Don't gaslight me.
My bonded
What's
rider
that
can add your rage
just-
bonus to the damage rolls of their attacks. Wow.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just talking about rage in general. Then yes. All right, that's fine.
It's just beers. The gas line today on fire.
It is.
What would
Everyone's
you like
against
Nadus
me.
to do?
You can go ahead and gore. I
Making
assume.
a gore, snorty noise. And a bless.
All right, roll the d4.
a-
All
I'm
right,
glad
you've
he did it, because if I did it, it would have been this. See? This is how you know. This is how you know that you're cursed.
It's just a tilt, and I've got it now.
well. Even if you were to recklessly attack, you would not be able to hit him with that 4. You would just match.
Damn.
Yeah, no recklessly attacking this time.
So we tink off of him.
Nah, he's... Actually, is he still grappled by you? I don't think he got out of it. Or no, wait, he punched you and you
Pushed
flew
him
back,
away.
so you got pushed. So he is not grappled. Okay. It's coming back to me a little bit. But yes, that does miss.
So I think that ends my turn. Dominicus, have you got anything else?
I don't think so. Oh, we should try that. Yeah, I'm down.
So yeah, end your turn.
Attack pattern alpha.
Wait. If I used action surge, would I be able to use that?
If you used
Possibly.
action surge, you get an extra action.
So,
Is
everything.
using Medusa's head an action?
Yes, I would say so.
Alright, cool. I want to use action surge.
Oh wait, have you prefaced how if you were going to do the thing where an action can do a bonus action, but a bonus action can't do an action? Because in the last campaign,
What?
you had something in relation to that. I do not remember what it was.
No,
I
I
only
was just
remember
saying,
that
if
it sounded
something
like
is a
acid.
bonus action, that it can't be used as an action.
Oh,
Unless you have like a
Okay.
special class that lets you or something.
No, that's just basic rules. I didn't change anything about it.
Oh, okay.
So
it
if
is-
if you use your bonus action to do something, then you no longer have that bonus action for your turn. And you can't use a bonus action on an action. Quotes. Air quotes. You can't see them. No camera. But anyway, you reach into your little cloth and you pull out the head
Eh,
Yes.
and you point it towards him.
I
hey,
do.
my man, look at this.
Well, the snakes slither as the eyes open and begin to shine. You know, Clash of the Titans style.
Mhm.
And he is going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 14. Because that was the DC that you guys were against.
Wow, we sucked.
All right, he passes with 1.
Damn.
And you have used 1 use of this Medusa head for the day, which it has 3
Right.
uses a day.
I'll put it away. It was worth a shot.
All right.
If it matches, does he succeed as well?
Yes. You have to. They have to get under the thing.
You should round down to the lowest number.
Well, the lowest number would be 15 if I was rounding down.
You should round
Down to the
extra
lowest
hard.
tens. All right. Dimitri, with his now only 11 hit points, will walk right back up to him.
I thought you said he only had 1 HP.
Yeah, he got healed. And he
Oh.
would actually do this to get advantage. And he, with his glowing azure blade, will make his cantrip attack. Missing.
What a digital dummy. No one's seen that. Oh,
Cornelius. It's your turn.
Say, since I'm giant now, my weapon is giant too, yes?
Yes.
So that means it has a range of 10 foot?
Does it say in your giant thing that it gets an extra 5 feet?
I don't recall.
Because usually it says so. I think huge is whenever you get an extra 5 feet of reach on attacks, but again,
That actually could quite possibly be it, yes.
so yeah, it would probably say in your what's a giant's might? Is that what it's called?
Yes, giant smite is what it's called. I was actually specifically going to check runic juggernaut. I need to be level 18 before I get that extra 5 foot.
Alrighty.
level 2, he's 18.
In which case, I will close the distance.
I'm the worst. You know what I don't like? I don't
That's my
like that I...
bonus action. You first, then.
I was gonna say that I don't like that I have to go out of my way to both praise and to hate myself. Why can't someone do any of those for me? I need to do... yeah, that's it.
I'm going to use second wind.
Alrighty. Roll your 1d10 and add 3 to it. Please be a 10. Pretty good. I wish it would have
Not the
10.
worst thing in the world.
I wish it would have rolled a 10, but
And
Well,
that is
it brought me up to a 12.
That's a 50% right there. That's your 50%.
all right. What else would you like to do now?
Well, alas, I've already used my action surge, so I'm just gonna two-hand my sword and try and smash it into his back.
All right.
Yeah, that's not hitting.
You see him.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Yeah, totally not hitting. I'm trying to like. I'm thinking like, is there any way? But no, there is no jank math that can be used here.
All right. Well, he throws up his plated arm, and it bounces off.
And that shall end my turn.
All right. Okrith slides to a stop, and while he's still sliding, begins running, kind of fighting against it. He's gonna get up there, and he's gonna swing his sword with no disadvantage because of flanking.
Doesn't it always have disadvantage?
Not if you cancel it out.
Not if you cancel it out with, and actually I need to add 4 here to his health because he had 4 temporary HP.
It's always best not to talk about that one, because always is and never's trigger me. Only the Sith deal in absolutes.
That's why I actually liked his weapon, because it was just always disadvantage. So I was just clarifying.
Nah, it's evened out by having advantage from flanking.
Okay.
That always has disadvantage thing is for if he doesn't have advantage in some way. And it's just to remind me. But he is going to... You see that same energy covering his sword. That red-black energy. As he makes his attack. With a 22.
Use Omni Slash.
And he hits for 10 slashing.
You think this is a magical weapon?
And it doesn't matter. We discussed that last time, definitely.
And he gains 1 temporary hit point.
We're resistant to magical weapons as well if they're slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, barbarians, their rage supersedes magic weapons. Because it doesn't say in their rage, it just says you are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. And if it doesn't say 2 non-magical weapons, then you're just resistant to all of it. That's why freaking bear totem barbarians are so freaking OP. Because they're resistant to everything except for psychic damage.
And Okrith put a bless to that 10 hit points.
Okrith can not put a bless to the temporary hit points. No. Sadly not.
Okay.
But still, it's 1 hit point he wouldn't take.
Yeah.
All right.
That bless is a brilliant
Sigismund.
spell.
Same as before. My action ready to heal the rhino if the rhino drops. Sorry, Nover, but you know.
I made
Things
that
can't.
up about not dropping to 0. I was only trying to convince you.
Okay, that's
Alright.
fine. That's fine, I guess, cause you know,
Wait.
convincing someone's okay.
Nope. Boom. There. That's
Does he?
exactly the amount. I didn't mean to go here and then back and then to here. From where he was to here is 30 feet. So now you have an extra body in Phineas, but he remembers that whenever he whenever he got him with his warhammer, it didn't do anything. He just tanked it. So he's going to throw his warhammer to the side and pull out a javelin. From his back. And he actually yeah. Ignore the thing that it says thrown, because it uses the same stat. But I forgot to give him one without as a melee. But he's throwing with strength, so it doesn't really matter. It's the same. 21 to hit. That actually does hit, and he does 4 piercing. And we're back to Prisma.
How is Hob-Dosrrah looking?
He is bloodied. He is below half of his hit points, but that's about all you can tell.
Does he look like he's having a good time?
If you were to judge whether he is enjoying himself, you would have to say yes, he is enjoying himself.
Okay.
Immensely?
Probably.
Good shot.
Yes, that is a good shot. That hits.
Does your candy bow not do poison?
Not at this level. I haven't coated them anyway. Oh, shoot.
Would you like to coat them?
No. I will wait.
All right.
That's 2 more arrows.
All right, so you do 2 piercing. Seems like his skin is rather hard now.
That's my turn.
All right. You did say that's your turn, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I heard you say that, but I wanted to make sure. It is now his turn once again. See, the last person to attack him was Phineas. So he's gonna throw a side kick at him.
Outside.
And that
My
is
kick was
above
so
5.
like, you were the last one who did damage to me.
That is above 5, but not above 10. So he does 17 bludgeoning damage and pushes him 10 feet.
Does something happen because he
Phineas.
goes over the corpse?
I wasn't planning on it, but if you'd like him to be knocked prone from having the corpse under his feet, I can do that.
It'd be pretty flavorful. I don't like it, but you know.
An
That sounds
acrobatics or something to keep his feet.
Like if it were my campaign, I'd be like, oh, that's a save. Guy has to do a save. Roll them dice.
Imagine me as a person in real life. I would just like step all over it. It wouldn't make me fall over. I'd stand in some squishy areas, but yeah, it should roll at least.
Yeah, but
I'm a diceaholic. I can't help it.
to also combat the if this was your campaign thing, you also make people have to make a saving throw to stand up after they've been knocked prone.
I have good
Or
times.
waste their entire turn.
I love risk. I can't help it.
We've used that to our advantage more than once.
Oh god, we involved tabletop simulator in one of the sessions, and it was the most fun I had making them gamble away all of their belongings, including their health. I felt so good. I'm a
It was really
compulsive gambler.
But anyway, I wasn't planning on it. If it knocks him over, it would, again, even if he was prone, he would just be able to stand up and then walk back because it only takes half of his movement to stand up. So,
Fair.
yeah, I'll go ahead and let it knock him over, just for you.
Yay!
So you don't do
That's a-
anything on your turn, and you try and disable our NPCs.
Excuse you, that's not a disable. I know that he doesn't do what I do. I know
Just
that he
saying.
could come right back. It's just, you know, if Hob-Dosrrah here, okay, you know, got a little cheeky, he could go over there and get some advantage.
Oh
And,
crap! I forgot
also
about
an attack of
Akrith's bonus
opportunity.
action. Anyway, punch to Akrith. Not 10, but over 5. And he gets pushed right back to where he was.
Baby, stop. I'm just trying to be with you.
And he has 2 HP because of that one temporary hit point that he had. Blocking 1 hit. But that's going to end his turn because he didn't get anything over 10 to get an extra attack. Vitari, it's your turn.
Yes.
Oh, right. This goblin is done too. I can take him off the turn order.
Okay, so now I can stand up. Breathe in. Fighting attack. Let's see. Let's just see. I'll stay out there with another heal. This one will go to Natus.
I
Healing word.
feel healing. Do I feel like sun on my skin, or
You feel warm and you hear my words saying you can do it, boy. You're doing a great job.
I hear your words, Vitari.
Well,
So
if you're a white rhino, that may mean that you have albinism, and therefore you don't want sun on your skin.
Jeez, that's
Natus, you now have a sunburn, but you feel better about it. You gain
No.
7 hit points.
that's
I'm
power
ready
play
for
by
one.
Shadow. He's affecting my character with bullshit.
I only said he felt
Why
warm.
are you gonna make it sound funny though?
Yeah, well, my end game.
It
is to
doesn't
be
actually
in-
give you a sunburn.
That'd be so freaking grand backwards. Nobody would want to be healed by Vitari every time because it's like,
Oh,
no, I'd rather just die than deal with that sunburn again.
Dude, everyone is pale down here. It's underground with unnatural light.
Every time you're healed by your cleric, you get a sunburn. These are the
I
rules.
will now get over there beside him. And also, I don't know, I'll cast a guidance.
I'd like to acknowledge Vitari moving closer like a cat would brush up against his leg, but I'm sort of like, and I don't like hurt him or anything, but I almost move him from his spot.
I'm like, whoa. So just giving you a little more helping hand and casting guidance on Natus.
Alright, so the next, for 1 minute while you concentrate, the next ability score, or not the ability score, the next ability check will get an extra d4. So that'll actually be an extra 2d4 with Bless.
And an ability check is a gore.
No, an ability check would be anything that is like a skill check, I think.
Athletics.
You know those
Like
those
athletics.
18 options down there? 18
Yeah.
or 12, one of the two.
So
Okay.
if you were to use grapple that wasn't with your gore that automatically grapples, you would get a plus 2d4 to your roll.
Yeah. Okay. So Nadis is gonna have his own turn this turn.
He is?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Tell you that I'm taking my own turn.
You're
I
pricking
thought
up
you were
with me?
listening to the mount to the rider.
Well,
To the mount, right?
yeah.
I mean, you can have a contested, like,
Yeah.
animal handling,
I'll allow that check.
Yes.
and since it's contested, you'll... I think you would roll your wisdom. So, Natus, you just do a 1d20 plus your wisdom, and Dominicus do a animal handling, and whoever's higher wins.
Natus gets a D4. Just to roll a D4 and add it, because that's that ability check, right?
I mean, they're both... I think this is just to, like, you know, kind of decide whether he gets his own turn or not. I don't think this is... This really needs the extras, you know?
I would have taken it. I mean, I just wanted to intimidate him rather than attack, you know? So it's like
You're not
Nadis
gonna-
is just gonna, like, I don't know, like blow steam out of his nose.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Because I'm being really lazy. My cup of tea and everything's blocking my keyboard.
It doesn't work on ability checks.
You have a mouth.
And
I've heard it before.
I know I was waiting for our turn. That's why I.
Oh, it
precisely
doesn't
spoke
work
when I
on
said-
ability checks.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just
Dude,
noticed that
that's
myself.
20.
Attacks and guidance
Attacks
is
and
what that-
saving throws. Guidance works on ability checks. Okay, so ignore what I said about the 2d4 plus whatever. It'll only be the 1d4 for guidance.
So
and
I
it
might
only
even
works once.
fail now.
I'm sorry, but that was important to be clear with.
Okay, thank you, Dominicus.
Yeah, just
would you like to-
intimidate him.
Okay, so yeah, I want to like snort on his armor. I'm like really in his face, staring him down.
Maybe we can
Raging.
both do that.
Yeah.
Like I'll
Okay,
dodge or roar him or something.
Here's my intimidation.
Fucking
Oh,
kidding
come
me.
on.
Wow, you're so cuddly.
No, and a D4.
Aw, he's all like, and it kind of gives him the idea that he wants apples.
Well, I'm gonna give him a contested wisdom.
And he beat a 13. Wow.
I am amazed that this
Me too.
this boy that is 1v8ing everybody is actually intimidated by this.
Right now.
And not. He's like really in his face, like this guy could crush me right now.
I see myself in you, and I'm afraid of myself. Therefore, I'm afraid of you.
What does intimidation do?
Usually it's to, like, progress a... If you don't want to persuade somebody, it's the aggressive persuasion, usually.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it'd be like back
What the
down or
fuck?
something.
So I'm
Something
s-
really primal. But
to
it might be
back
like
up,
barbarian v barbarian.
Yeah, this is gonna have good consequences. It's not going to do anything mechanically at the moment, but story-wise, you kind of see him like take a step back but grin.
Take his head off now, Tanner.
You are worthy.
so I'm gonna back up your intimidation by daunting, like with I'm gonna do my daunting roar with a bonus action.
Nice. 8 plus your proficiency and con.
All right, and that's a
13.
what wisdom save?
13.
He's not in this game.
Is it a wisdom save that he has to make though?
Believe so. Yes.
All right, and he has to get a 13 or higher.
Yes. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why didn't he get the 5-2 in a row?
He looks up at you with your roar, and he smiles again, and he begins to yell as he's just like, yeah! Like your tribal war cry has made him respond in kind.
I'll double slash him with my short sword.
Alrighty.
Oh shit.
Hit.
Can I bank my 20 on my wisdom save for the group?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can bank that one.
Well, I'm banking on it.
Okay, nice hits. Nice hits.
Wait, does a natural 20? Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That was stupid.
You can either do a natural 20 does hit if that's what you're asking.
I was gonna be like, can I do the full damage with my net 20?
Of course you can.
But no. No, I mean like, cause he's raged, right? So he's gonna take half.
Oh, yeah. He's still going to take half. But you could, if you wish, use one of your critical hit effects instead of doing extra damage, but you'll probably want the extra damage, according to what you just said.
I don't see his effect.
Oh, I forgot to give that to you, didn't I?
Maybe.
Hold on.
Please hold.
Hold on. I can give that to you. Give me some. Oh! I'm making it. There you go.
Thank you.
And I haven't shared any of your critical hit effects with any of the other players, so if you guys want to let each other know, then you can do that, but it doesn't matter to me.
Would the frightening one be better right now?
I don't know. It's up to you. I'm just trying to communicate without actually talking. So I'm just like, yeah, look at that. That's pretty sweet.
If he was frightened of you, he would have disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and he wouldn't be able to come toward you until the end of your until the end of his next turn. But
Okay,
he's already
well,
right next to you, so he doesn't need to come toward you.
I do want. Yeah, let me do the frightening swing.
All right, so you get such a good hit on him, and you put yourself into his face, and you roar again. And he's like, oh, okay.
Two like wild animals, like. Yep, beautiful. And this one, so he does normal damage with that as well. So
Yeah, he does do the damage, but he just doesn't get the extra 2 on that one.
+4 for the rage damage.
4.
Well, yeah, because it's 2 + 2. You get it to both attacks.
Oh.
Okay, so that winds up making it 8 and 8, which is 16. Cut in half is just another 8. So he takes 8 damage, but is now frightened until the end of his next turn. Of Dominicus.
Wait, I thought I would be doing 10 damage.
Oh, all right. Plus the 4. So yeah, 10.
Okay, cool.
I'm dumb.
So mad.
All right.
Okay.
That's gonna end my turn.
And I'm not gonna say that your intimidation takes up your action, Natus.
Oh.
So you still.
Thank you very much. So I can still gore.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Nice.
Okay. So let me and Tanner just take a second to read my effects.
Hope you like your effects. Once I become a precision cleric, you're going to be seeing a lot more of them. Or 5%
I think
more.
there's no use for my critical effects here. I should just do damage. What do you think?
I mean, you can make an extra attack, right? With the buck.
I mean, yeah, it works that way.
To the same target, yeah?
Yeah. To each creature of your choice within 5 feet of you.
Yeah, okay, so I want to
And if you get another critical hit, you can do that again.
like
Oh,
to do like
shit.
1 damage of bludgeoning and 1 damage of slashing as I like combo him. So it's called buck, but I want to use my horn.
Yeah. It'll still be with the same gore attack. I mean, visually, yeah, it would be like if you're
Oh my god.
backing and like kicking and everything and just going all around and hitting multiple
He
people,
was
but
tracking
he's
dude.
still in front of you, so you're bucking. But all right, do you want to have another
Yes.
Yeah,
attack?
3-hit combo, yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, so you were able to get him with the first 2, and like
plus
keep
bless.
going. Oh yeah, plus bless. I mean, it doesn't make it a nat 20, but that does keep him from using his reaction to donkey kick you in the face on that third one.
Roll the damage
So
on
all
those.
3 of them hit, but the 2 critical hits you forewent your extra damage.
Yep. You'll do the math though, yeah?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, okay. That was all
It's got my
exciting.
rage on it.
No, you can do it. Doesn't matter to me.
Yay!
And just ignore the critical hit stuff.
Oh,
And
well,
then
right.
you
I
get
popped
rage,
it.
so you get 2 on top of that. On
Yeah,
each one of that.
It's already listed there.
Oh, okay.
2431.
Oh, it doesn't do it for me because I'm not your character.
So 31,
Mhm. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
from what I see there.
and
Without
then
the critical hits.
cut in half.
15.
That was a good fucking turn, dude.
Yeah, loved it, man. So, like, yes. It's like 2 barbarians clash. It's like,
I just killed a barbarian.
end my turn.
Alrighty. That means that it is Dimitri's turn once again. Still
How's he
hurt,
looking now?
but he's gonna go for that icy blade once again. And since he has advantage, he gets
a net.
the nat 20. You see his blade steaming with such cold ice as he transfers that ice to
47.
Aruget.
Although you wanted to have the physical ones.
Actually, I forgot to write this in there, but his... Let me reread this this cantrip real quick. I think it changes the damage type to cold. On the hit, the attack does damage as normal, except the entire attack deals cold damage instead of its normal type.
So 47 cold.
Yeah. So 47 cold. And with that big ol' hit, Aruget
Single B.
is looking really bad. Cornelius.
I am going to. Is he completely immune to bludgeoning damage?
It didn't seem like he took any bludgeoning damage at all. It looked like whenever Phineas smashed him in the face with his warhammer, he just took it.
And subdue damage is typically bludgeoning, so
I'll if you wish to like do subdue damage, I won't consider it bludgeoning, you know? I'll just consider it, you know, he, like, falls to his knee kind of thing instead of getting knocked out.
Excellent. I'm going to, aiming now to not kill him, chop him in the back of the knees with my sword.
All right. He's able to step over your blade as it swipes underneath his feet.
And that will end my turn, as I have nothing else to do.
All right. Okrith, seeing that you were doing that, doesn't really want to do that because of how badly he got hurt, but he's going to go for it as well in an attempt to help you just kind of subdue him instead of kill him. As he comes up with his sword to kind of bap him with the flat edge of it and just kind of knock him down, not really deal a killing blow. Aruget will fly over his sword in a diving roll and come up with his feet.
Wait, a 22
lucky.
doesn't hit?
Well, whenever he does that, he gains a +2 to his AC.
Wait,
And-
what?
And if he causes the ability to miss with that extra 2, he gets to make
Wait.
one donkey
Stop.
kick attack. What? Yes?
Less.
Yeah, that is active, so.
Oh, right. Also, he
He's-
doesn't
he's a
technically get
clone.
advantage. It's at normal. I immediately
That's
forgot
the
about
other
that
thing.
advantage.
Alright.
because you
Oh,
started
right.
going. You started going off as if the 22 would have actually gone through. At which point I'm like, wait.
Yeah, but you said he was flanking, so he would get advantage.
Yes, but his sword
only
always has
cancels.
disadvantage, so it cancels out.
No, but that's the opposite of what we've just discussed.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's literally what we're discussing. I got confused and I thought he'd have advantage because I forgot Buster Sword always has disadvantage.
I
So
also
I can't
forgot
have
that.
Unless he has advantage, like you've just said it.
No, then it cancels it out, and you just roll
That
even,
goes
which is the 14.
Oh, I see. So even blessed doesn't help. Okay.
Yeah, so he also wouldn't waste his reaction on that if he just didn't hit, though. As he kind of
I
bends his
remember
back, and he like lets it fly over his chest.
Why does the Buster Sword have always? Why does it always have disadvantage?
Because it's a great sword, but it's 40 pounds.
More like an ultra great sword.
Yeah, it does double the damage of a great sword too. So I thought that was a pretty good trade-off.
Yeah.
Hey, Buster.
Anyway, he dodges that hit, and Sigismund, is your turn.
Second verse, or like what? 7th, 8th, same as everyone before of it.
All right.
Keeping my garb on the rhino. Per se, manner of speak.
Phineas will stand up, hop over Goblin Body, and he's going to attempt a stab. Missing, however. Prisma.
So let's see.
It's your nat 20.
I bet I'm getting it. 20 without that. Nope.
Wow.
Doesn't seem like he wants to go down now that he is on his last legs.
What if we use the team pool to make that a success, and then he might not get a turn?
Well,
Team pool
you
is
could
7
make
for
it a
20.
20.
And
Oh,
he's
is that how it
AC
works?
is 20.
Yeah,
Oh.
it just becomes a 20. It doesn't add a 20.
So it's not
But-
26.
Oh, it would be
If he-
26 because it makes the
I was
dice
about-
roll a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that, but then what happens to Mod? But there you go.
I'm just putting it out there. It's up to you, Lynette. So
You know, it'd be nice if this guy died instead of come around and start donkey kicking everyone, especially considering Akroth has like what 2 HP, and what's his name?
Sure, I'll take a
Dim-
20 if we don't need it. If
All
we have
right,
one.
that attack roll becomes a 26 now instead, which hits.
And I do another 2 little piercing.
Yay! It adds
Yummy.
up.
You're
Prisma's
contributing. Yay.
That's my turn.
All right. Well, on his last legs, as I said before, he's going to go for Dimitri as he throws his fist into him. It's been...
Oh yeah,
Let
he
me
won't
check something
target
real
us
quick.
'cause he's frightened, right?
Do what?
I said he won't target Natus or I because he's frightened of both of us, right?
Well, he actually won't target you at the moment because you're not doing as much damage. But he is still frightened of you. That is above 10. So he takes
Hobgoblin said
14.
I'm not worth it.
And you can see that as Dimitri is punched, he does not have his force buckler up. And it collides directly with his sword, breaking it. As it sends him 10 feet and puts him at 0,
Wow.
knocking him out. And since that was above 10,
Yeah.
that means that he gets to make another attack. This one going after Okrith. Getting these NPCs away. Boop. I went one too many. Okrith now knocked out. And because that was his extra attack from doing 10 higher, he's going to turn around with a kick to Cornelius, which I don't think hits.
Nope.
How did you miss that? Whatever.
A 14-14 does not hit.
Vitari. Vit is your turn.
Big bunny.
Alrighty. I still.
Alright, give him a sunburn.
Uh,
You can do it.
critical damage.
It gives him immense irritation.
At this point, he just
I
looks at his mom. Did we bring my lotion?
I'll go back over here to Okrith. Oh, wait, I can't tell how far. Here, this is where Dimitri is, right?
Yes, sir.
El Cabo.
Okay. And I can only go 30. It's already farther than me, so. How much damage would I take for touching Oggrith?
You would take his not wisdom, his charisma modifier, which is 3.
Which is 3. Alright, well. I will healing word Dimitri over there. Good, and reach down, touch Oggrith, and use Spare the Dying.
Reach out and touch someone.
All right, he no longer has to make death saving throws.
Guess you'd say he was touched by an angel.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Dominicus!
Flash forward to a scene with him in court. Lord, like, point exactly where he touched you.
How bad is he looking right now?
Yeah, he is on his last legs.
So that's low.
That's Lolo.
Uh,
Lolo.
So you
How
could
low
maybe
would you
walk me
go?
over him, and I'll do an athletics check. You know, so I like stand on top of him so he can't move.
Can you get to the flow?
like a pin? Like
Yeah,
grappling him?
You
I
know,
thought you were already grappling him because you hit him.
no, he got out of that ages ago. Oh,
It'd be
It's
hilarious
continuous,
if I
right?
You are
It's every
grappling
hit,
him now,
remember?
yeah, okay.
because
Never
you
mind
did
then.
hit him.
It'd be hilarious if I
3
like
times.
pop out and try to steal the kill, and then as I do it, he gets super angry and gets temporary hit points back, and then he just team wipes us.
That'd be hilarious.
I guess I'll just do the basic 3 slashes, including my bonus action. Yes.
I'm checking if we've got advantage, but it doesn't appear so.
We do, right?
Not anymore.
We're not flanking him?
No.
Not anymore.
Oh, I thought.
Nah, Dimitri got pushed. And he
So
was
if I
the
go
one that you
down
were
one
flanking with.
Dominicus-
But technically, we could move though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
you
already
can.
rolled it. I already rolled the damage, right?
It's
That'll be kinda
metagaming.
It's massively metagaming.
Yeah.
I mean, you could
Yeah,
still
so-
move and make the other attack.
Yeah, I'll move to get the advantage this time. Yeah.
Alright, so
No,
the
no,
first
okay.
one does not hit.
That
But
definitely
the
hits.
That one
second
does.
one has disadvantage. Joking.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna. Do. Wait, what was the other critical hit?
I think it was a regain of one of your mark abilities.
What does unwavering mark do? I don't remember.
I think it's like if. Yeah, I'll let you read it.
Oh my god, it's.
It's really long.
How about
It is really long. Okay, so I don't care. I'll just do frightening slash again. I'll read it later.
because that's why you've not done it, because we don't fully understand it. But it seems to be that if you want to affect the target, if they're attacking someone else, you get an attack. So we
So
could
if he hit,
like if he hit me.
like since he hit the 2 other dudes, I would have gotten an attack on each one of those, right?
Possibly. Like I'm reading this bit just now. While the mark is within 5 feet of you, it has disadvantage on any attack roll that doesn't target you.
Oh, that's good.
hmm And
Would
if
I
they
have to
deal
apply that with like a bonus action?
when you hit a creature, you can mark it.
Oh, so can I mark him with that hit I just did? And then just get.
The charge back.
I don't really need it, but so I'll do another frightening one.
You could also just do extra damage.
I do want to do extra damage.
But you have to forego the extra damage to do one of your critical hit effects.
Oh, yeah, I'll just do extra damage. But still apply unwavering mark if that's okay. Alright.
Plus 2 rage.
11. Probably
So
half
that's
though,
5.
so 5.
All right, he's still up. Looking a little wobbly.
I really
I'll hit
want
him one
to
more
get it.
time with my bonus action.
That's why we've not been using unwavering mark as well, because the other addition to it is you can make a special attack using your bonus action on your next turn, but you already get a bonus action.
That's only if he does damage to something other than you.
Yeah. Okay, it's just something I've got to try and remember as well, because I think it's pretty good. I like marks and stuff. But, sorry.
Man,
He kind of
does this
punches your sword to the side so it misses.
man not
bless
know
that.
death? I mean, he's alive, so clearly he doesn't know death, but... And no, you can't.
All right, and Natus.
Get your get your critical hits.
Oh
Well,
god, he's gonna turn him into pulp.
All right, you get that gore off.
You grapple him again.
Yeah, you got him.
This time, stay in my horn.
Doing 6
6.
damage.
Oh wait. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of our turn.
All right. Dimitri kind of shakes his head. He's like, ugh, as he stands up and he looks at his dagger. It seems to spark a little bit.
Maybe now he'll learn some manners.
But he has to, for honor and to protect those beneath him, he must attempt to bring this boy down.
I've seen his future.
That one.
And it ain't looking bright.
Yeah, he is unable with his currently rather tired body. He is unable to get that hit off. Cornelius!
Euthanize this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and kneecap this dude again.
A small incision in the jugular with a giant weapon will do it.
Well, sorry to say this, but he's going to use his reaction to make that
I was gonna
miss.
say.
As he jumps over your sword, lands on his hands, and just pushes off. And attempts to get you in the gut.
Hang on. Is that affected by the mark that was put on him? Because if so, then he has disadvantage on that.
It is.
Oh, awesome. And does Dominicus get an attack on him since he made an attack against someone who wasn't Dominicus?
It's a bonus action attack that does extra damage equal to like half his level or something like that on his next turn. Not a
yes.
reaction.
So yeah, Cornelius stands unmoved.
Alrighty.
Is the Halo song on?
No. It's just tribal jumps. Alright, Okrith is just gonna kinda sit there. He could move, he could cast a cantrip, but if he was to hit him with a cantrip right now, it would kill him, and he sees that you guys aren't trying to kill him, so he's just gonna let his head fall back. Sigismund. Same thing?
Yeah. I was, because Sigismund, it would be out of character for Sigismund to actually do something different.
Alright.
Yep.
Phineas, trying to sweep the leg just like you guys. Without advantage. So he misses with that attack. Prisma.
Man, the NPC AI in this game is ridiculous. Why didn't he come here and flank him?
Why didn't he come where?
Why didn't this guy?
Dimitri?
And you go hits.
Oh, crap. Because I thought you were still here. Because you hadn't moved the entire time. So my brain defaulted to you being still here.
Just a silly joke. I just noticed it. I was like, damn, he got a critical one as well. It's like just.
Alright, that 25 hits, and you do another 2 damage.
It's just adding up.
And you're just seeing these toothpicks just sticking into his skin. Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. Gonna go for Natus.
It's time to be tremendous. I mean, honestly, with all the crits, you've been far more.
I think it's time to go for broke, and he's going to attack recklessly.
Ouch. Okay.
Wait.
So, half that
Are you able to-
21.
Are you able to
And-
choose that post roll?
Yeah. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure. It's just
He
like
did it
you can
last time,
choose to smite somebody post-roll and wait until you have a nat 20.
Well, yeah, you did it to me last time, and you called yourself an a-hole, so it's fine.
I mean, I would let
Oh.
anybody else do it.
I know, yeah. But I just remember it specifically, so if anyone knows the video or watches the video, they'll see I'm right.
I remember
I
it
really need to see
specifically.
that.
I hold the grudge.
What, Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
It's trippy.
Oh, wait, did I say
Yeah.
Natus?
It's time
Yeah.
to be
I
tremendous.
meant Dominicus. Sorry, I just
Then
saw
it's
you put
attacking me.
your health down.
Yeah, so
And then I even said, and half it, I think. So my brain knew that I said Natus, but I meant to say Dominicus. Because he wouldn't try to attack anybody else at the moment.
I will impose disadvantage. Does that help?
Yeah, it'll put him down to 18 instead
Yeah,
of 22.
The armor class is 16, so I won't
That
impose
still hits.
disadvantage.
Okay, so Dominicus takes 21 bludgeoning, not Natus. Sorry.
Well, I'm knocked out. I got bonked on the head.
All right, well, now now he no longer has to worry about not attacking other people, and this one will go to Natus. Wow, the exact same
That
thing.
matches, right?
And he's still attacking recklessly.
Oh wait.
Because it's like for the
no.
whole turn, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do. You're down, I think.
Alright, so you take 7 instead of half of 21.
He has advantage.
Recklessly, yeah.
But that also means
Yeah.
that everyone else has advantage on him. And that's going to end his turn.
So I just passed the fuck out on a Natus's back.
Ah,
Hey, there's
crap.
only room for one up here.
I've been forgetting about
I-
something.
Or do I blow back?
Been forgetting.
Yeah. As he punches, you see his fists ignite. And you take an extra 4 fire damage, Natus.
Bet you wish it was a sunburn now.
Alright. Vitari, it is your turn.
Alright, well. Last one. Dominicus rise
From the dead.
with 4.
Back
This
to
is
where
me
you
right
were.
And that's a bonus.
Thank you, Joey.
Can I just try throwing my spear?
You can. It's an action. And healing word is a bonus action. So yeah.
Alrighty. Let's go. Well,
The
not
important
much
thing is you
confidence in there
tried.
anyway. Figured it was either that or do nothing else. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. As he ducks it Matrix style, it flies between Cornelius's foot and Dimitri, who still has a goblin kick me sign on his back, by the way. Dominicus, is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna like scratch my head and be like that hurt mine headed, and then I'll get kind of pissed and attack him. With my swords.
So is the mark concentration? Can't be, right? Oh, if you're incapacitated or you die, okay.
Yeah, I got bonked.
Yeah, okay. Plus a bless and advantage.
Yep, so...
You
Alright,
see, now if
that
I
24
rolled it,
hits.
it
I've
would
been
have been
rolling
this.
4s every time.
Oh shit, I rolled a 4.
Plus 2
So
rage.
That's a 5.
Mhm.
Alright, so are you trying to kill him? Or are you trying to incapacitate him like everybody else?
Oh. I really do want to kill. No, that would have pissed him off enough, because he did get bonked pretty hard.
You could use second wind as well, Tanner. That you can heal yourself a little bit.
But
It's a bonus. No.
well, it's too late because based off of what Whitten just said, we beat him.
Oh.
He's like, "Do you want to kill him?"
Yeah, this is your moment to choose
Oh.
right now.
Yeah, okay.
I think he wouldn't mind a warrior's death. I'm gonna slay him.
You will slay this 14-year-old boy?
Really?
As right of conquest.
He could have been useful later on.
Really?
Yeah.
Coulda.
Actually, I could form an alliance with the goblin. Yeah, I'll incapacitate him.
Yeah, I was gonna say my general motto is never kill something you can use later, but it's ultimately up to you.
I mean, what if I have like my kingdom and I'm like good friends with the goblins? And we
Then
can
yeah.
dance with them again.
And you could have goblins working in your workforce.
That's
Yeah.
true. Like what if we come back later and I'm like, you owe me this one favor, and we rally a whole mountain of goblins against.
That guy that gave us the middle finger.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that would be good.
Yeah, I'll just bonk him.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, I'll bonk him.
All right. Well,
So it's bludgeoning damage.
as you see that you're about to land the finishing blow, you turn your blade to the flat side, and although he is immune to bludgeoning damage, blah 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 flavor, you begin to bap him like Trevor with those sticks against that crow demon. Just bap 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 bap.
Like
And you see him kind of wobble before falling to his knees.
I'll get off Natus and catch him.
Catch him bridal style.
And I'll lift his unconscious body and I'll roar in victory. Like when Tarzan lifts the leopard.
I was kind of hoping he'd say Jane, but okay.
The goblins standing around in the circle, watching, begin drumming on those drums even harder and start wooting. They're like, yeah!
Cornelius raises his sword in triumph, even though he barely hit that guy any at all.
And now that the battle's over,
It counted.
now that the battle is over, beep beep, boop boop beep beep.
And now that the battle is over as well, you see as Aruget's mother wobbles quickly over to you. And in Goblin, she says, "You have spared our son."
Almost didn't technically, but you know, I guess there's a timeline for that though, and I'll randomly speak of.
In the timeline that you guys didn't persuade me, he definitely got butchered.
You'll hear about that later.
But you guys say nothing?
Ah,
Well, I mean,
Prisma,
Cornelius
what is
just speak
Prisma
Goblin.
translating?
I said,
that-
yeah.
I translate.
You translate?
Yeah.
Okay, well she says, why?
He
Only
was
more
a
used.
powerful warrior. He has so much great potential.
More used to your people alive.
More used to us alive too.
She looks at Prisma as she says this stuff and looks back to all of you and grabs Dominicus's hands and squeezes. Both hands on one of your big old lion paws.
And
Eh.
does what?
No, she's just squeezing your hand.
Oh,
She knows magic.
I'll kneel down in respect.
That's how you use Finger of Death.
She begins waving her hands in the air before putting her hand on your head and then taking off a necklace around her neck and putting it on you. She says to Prisma, "Gift for allowing my son to live. Stone has power."
Dominicus says, "What a stylish trinket."
She says it has a power.
And the stone in the necklace seems to be glowing the same color as the flask that you have.
Well,
Do I let can like Cornelius inspect it to see what it does?
If he wishes.
I shall.
Would you mind doing this for me, Cornelius?
Not a problem. Knowledge of the arcane is my speciality.
All
He's
right.
not
Apparently, it really is.
He's not
Save that.
kidding. Like, are you?
Like, is that seriously a speciality of Cornelius's? Or are you just
Yes,
saying
he
that
has
and you're just getting
proficiency in
lucky?
Arcana.
All
Are we
right, well,
banking that? Do we
I
need to
mean-
bank?
I mean, crit rolls for checks. I think wheat doesn't do anything with them. So yeah, I think they're auto banked or something.
it
Right.
depends on if it is a trivial check, and this was not a trivial check.
Oh, so this one's not banked.
I would say that this one would not be banked because you would have needed a 20 to be able to tell what this is just based off of your Arcana knowledge. So
Oh.
you passed by 3, so that wouldn't
all right.
have equated to a bankable roll. But you know that this is an essence stone. A stone that has a life-giving property if left near something for long periods of time. So it can heal over time the unhealable, but it has to be in close proximity for a long time to work. So if
What
we
is
were
one-
going numbers based, it would be like 1 hit point every 3 days or something like that.
Sucks.
I mean, it's not terrible.
No, it's
It
terrible.
did say it can heal the unhealable, so theoretically, it may be of use in specific scenarios where one character is, for example, crippled or dismembered, and then it could, over time, heal or even regenerate the limb without having to spend
Can
the
it?
expensive reagents that you would need to cast regeneration.
That's a big leap in logic there, can it?
But I would say yes, but I also said as well that its color and shine is reminiscent to your emerald gem flask that has a
upgrade our
red
flask.
light inside of it.
So yeah, it's for upgrading our healing flask.
So you can
You got
use
a
it in its
human
base
bone shard?
form if you want.
Or we
I
can
mean-
upgrade our flask.
Upgrading our flask does seem like a very nice idea. I mean, on the other hand, it might not be a bad idea to have an object that can heal the unhealable. So I would say I'm
Hold
on
on
the
to it
fence
now.
about this. I will abstain from voting. Whatever y'all want to do with it, I am 100% cool with.
Well, it's
Uh-huh.
my necklace.
Well, I
He
have
did
in
raise a
mind.
good point, though. Like, it could be 2 items to upgrade rather than
What if
upgrading the other one.
I asked wheat?
Like,
what
if
is
we
your
upgrade
question?
The necklace.
What if I asked Herm, would we have more reason to be happy about the upgrade instead of just keeping the necklace?
Wheel.
Okay, that makes it sound like it's definitely worth.
WheatTon,
Yes.
say we were to upgrade, theoretically, of course, upgrade the necklace, and then that gets like a bonus effect, and then we use the necklace to upgrade the flask. Would the flask gain those, like, attributes?
Cornelius, with your high roll, you would also know that this is a raw material as is and is unupgradable.
Can't take enchantment, huh?
No.
Yeah.
If you had enough of them, you would be able to make a second flask of essence. But
Or we could daisy chain them to increase the regen effect.
yeah, you could do that.
Nothing like getting 50 of them and getting 50 HP every 3 days. Or about 16 HP.
That could be useful. What are you talking about?
Every 3 days?
Do you know how fast time goes in this thing?
Yes.
Oh, long rest,
it's-
8 hours.
It's hilariously slow because the long rest, you normally recover all of your HP with the exception of whatever could be considered permanent.
Okay, and you still get like 50 HP in that healing potion.
You just went through a long rest. You just got everything back, except for
Okay,
whatever
but
could be
you can still
permanent.
save that 50 HP for like a dire situation.
No, you can't save it.
Yeah,
It'll just
like
give
what
it
we're
to you
talking about.
even if you don't need it. And then you have to
Yeah.
wait another 3 days.
On the other hand, with 50 of those beads, we could definitely heal an entire town.
Well, if my gotcha luck has told me anything, I get really lucky.
Well,
So,
don't have to
I
decide
might
right
get healed
now.
at the right moment.
I mean, but we'd still need a shitload of them to do it. Whereas, on the other hand, upgrading the flask would give us another use of it.
Yeah.
Well, we just got it.
one in a string of beans.
It's the greatest.
Also, now my headcanon is just like there's a timeline out there where the party just has giant-sized Cornelius with dragging a cart behind him that's just loaded with beads.
He gained a really weird hobby.
But yeah,
Apparently.
you don't have to choose now.
I know that.
But it
Let's
would
make this really
be
crucial decision.
it would be more beneficial based on the augury spell, the divination that Sigismund casted. It would be more beneficial to upgrade your flask with it.
Yes.
Well, that's what we were gonna do anyway, but I'm not gonna do that in front of the woman who just gave me a trinket.
Hold on, let me throw this in this bottle.
I'm not trying to be rude.
Let's hope she never sees you again and see that you do not have the necklace.
Let's take our
Where did my
spoils.
necklace go? Oh, I drank it.
Sorry, it was a yummy snack.
Just ask, is there some kind of extra ritual we need to do, or can we just get the people and go?
Can we just like skedaddle? We're kind of on a schedule.
Hey, we just saved the people from being. Oh, yeah, we just saved the people from being eaten.
Sure,
I'm
there's a
gonna
lot
Well,
of people
some
that
of
are
them.
free right now.
I'm gonna wait for distraction to get back. Because I want to make Natus wake him up by like licking his face, and then say farewell, and then get the guys.
Damn it.
Well, if we want, we can have a bathroom break then.
Yeah.
I'll be right back then.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait,
I'll still be here.
I'll be preparing the victory music for when everyone gets back.
Oh god.
Yeah, I got the win. I get to play it. That was a good fight.
It was a pretty decent fight, yes. By which I mean everyone almost died, so yeah, pretty good fight.
But it's really satisfying winning when you like barely win, as opposed to like
Well, yeah, it's no fun to have
steamrolling
a
a fight.
curb storm.
Yeah, like when Natus and I just totally wrecked that ogre in one turn.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Oh, distraction. I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna get Natus to like lick him to wake him up,
Okay.
and then we're gonna like bid him farewell, and then get the civilians and get out of here. Go to the town.
Yes, I'll lick him to wake him up. Like right in the ear.
I mean, we're on a bathroom break. I'm just giving you my idea.
All
now.
right.
All right, I'm back.
Are you sure?
I am sure.
All right, cool.
Hold on, let
Just
me
making
turn
sure.
off our music first.
Why so?
That
I can
way.
play the
Yeah,
beautiful noise of my people.
play our victory theme if you wish.
Not right now. Everyone has to be present.
Mm.
You're like, I still have nightmares about that song of yours.
It's a good victory theme. It should
I just
be
think it's
every
so
victory theme in video games and
I just thought it was so goofy that like it fits like our group. No matter the universe. Rafiki bonking Simba is a perfect image for what happened.
that was always one of those bonks that I could like actually feel on my head. And I'm like, I know how sharp of a pain that would feel. Ugh.
Yeah, because old school Disney actually did like good. I prefer their 2D aesthetic more than the new 3D thing that they're doing.
Let's
they've
make
been
all the
doing.
cartoons that have so much personality in their animation look like regular animals, just dead-faced animals with no personality. And get Seth Rogen for Pumbaa.
I'm
Did he
back.
sound like that in the movie?
Yeah, he sounded like Seth Rogen.
That's kind of funny.
And welcome
Not
back.
really.
I am also present. I am just munching.
Are you having fun with your spellcaster?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because maybe I was mishearing, but I thought I heard freaking spellcasters or something like that
hate
earlier.
spellcasters.
It was just me like, oh no, I didn't remember I can do other stuff. It's just me trying to remember what I could do because I was, very used to just like, there's all my punches. I'm done.
Hmm. Is
Now you
Nuber
gotta be more
back?
tactical.
Yeah.
He said he was back. He's eating.
Yeah, but I just got back, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
here and he's munching, as he put it.
I feel kind of bad for taking like the past 3 battle victories.
Huh.
Okay.
When you're a forward attacker, that's kind of expectable. Especially when you're riding another forward attacker. It's like, how can you not?
That double natural 20 was really cool. So you
Yeah.
could triple attack.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
But yeah, Noober, what do you think of your soul human form? Or soul human?
Yeah, look to that. I don't get it.
Oh, you haven't seen One Punch Man?
I haven't. Oh, I think I've seen an episode or two, but yeah, I
It's
don't.
like 40 years old. He's not watching One Punch Man.
But he's trying to be all hip with the kids.
No.
But he's Noober.
No.
No.
No, they all know I'm a caveman.
It's one of your better qualities.
That's mean. I'd say I appreciate his open mind. And his patience for these young whippersnappers and their obnoxious temperaments.
He
That's
said
what.
one of his better qualities, not his only good quality.
And patience is key.
Yeah, that helps with age and experience.
But for the sake of balance, I still remember that time. Remember that time? Noober?
What? When I tried to chop your hand off? Is that what you're gonna say?
No, that was in character. That's more a thing of Robin. Or at least that's how I view it.
No, I don't
Um,
remember what you're gonna say.
You're like, no, I would have cut that clown's hand off in real life too.
That time when you called me a little kid or naive or something, like, yeah, I can't take advice from you because you're a little kid. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That was the rudest
Yeah.
thing I've ever heard someone say.
He's like, yeah, exactly.
Hey,
I
I'm
mean,
not
he
saying
does
that,
have seniority.
yeah, I'm not saying he should be repentant. I'm just saying that was extremely. Like,
Old-fashioned.
I've lived about, well, not about, actually 30 years, and I've never seen something that rude to me.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Oh man, you haven't been around enough girls then. You never got the ew.
You've
Uh,
I
gotten
have.
that before?
how did you get that?
I don't want to talk about it.
It demoralized him.
It did hurt me. It hurt me because she was very ugly.
By your
Yeah,
standards,
see,
or
that's
just
where your
in general
response should be. That's my line.
I didn't even know the girl. I was like going through the. Look, here's the thing. Whenever I was in high school, it was a pretty packed high school, and everybody had to rush in this big old group of people to their next class. I had to cut through the cafeteria, and we're like pushing each other like sardines to get to the next class, and I come face to face with this bird-nosed, oatmeal grain-faced girl, and she just looks at me and goes, ew. And I was just speechless because I was like, what? Bitch! What? I don't even know you!
Like, if it were me, I would have said something along the line, you know, the reason that hurts is because you're uglier.
I couldn't think of anything. I was completely speechless. I wasn't expecting it. It came out of left field.
It doesn't pay to punch up. Hag. Oatmeal
I mean-
face.
A more succinct response would have been ditto.
Yeah, but what if she doesn't play Pokemon? I went there. I said that.
I just couldn't think of anything except for what would, why, what, huh? And I couldn't form words. So I just continued on my way to my next class. And it has stuck with me. It is stuck with me since I was like 17.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So that is the rudest thing that has ever been said to me.
Yeah.
Is Whitney back?
Yeah, she's been ailing all this time.
Yeah, she's making a
Oh.
very accurate representation of what that woman's voice sounded like.
Ah.
I say woman
well-
because she looked like she was 40.
Since we're all back, I'm playing this.
Woman! You look like freshly chewed gum someone spit on the sidewalk. Get the fuck out of here.
All right.
All right, we have
You
played
look
our
like that
victory music.
cigarette that got stomped
Right.
out.
I had to play it.
All right, I'm going to start
I
the
missed it with
drums again.
with the Medusa. I didn't get to play it with Medusa.
All right, we're all back and my PTSD is showing.
She hurt my pride.
She
It's
very
called
much did.
underwear.
Anyway, what would you like to do now? Our Ruget is laid out on the floor over here by his mom.
I'm
The
gonna-
bodies are cleaned up over to the side. I'm gonna assume that this entangle spell is gone.
Yeah.
And we also don't
What's
need the
purple square?
battle square.
No.
How do you not need a battle square? That's been a staple in a lot of Pokemon games.
Because we're not in a battle at the moment.
Or playing Pokemon.
I was thinking we would go with that one first, you know, we're not playing
Let's go.
Pokemon.
Use Gore.
But yes, what would you like to do? Our Ruget's mom, Momlin, puts her hands
Mamalin.
on his chest, and you see light radiating as he is healed.
Oh.
Round two, motherfuckers. We
He
go
stays
again.
asleep. I heard the disappointed O.
Okay, I thought he was gonna wake up, but I tell Natus to like lick his face to wake him up.
Natus, wake the boy.
Yeah.
Wake,
Big,
wake the goblin boy.
big slobbery lick all over his nose and in his eye and then around in his ear.
The boilin'.
The boiling.
He kind of like goes. And he starts kind of like wiping his face. It's like with his eyes closed, he doesn't really know what's going on. He's kind of pushing against your snoot as you're still doing it. But he's kind of weakly doing it because he's like caught off guard. Until he's finally able to kind of scooch out from underneath you. And he starts going, "Oh!"
Help! I have
I,
doctors. Get some disinfectant. Get some iodine. Get some anything.
Hmm.
Yuck!
I grab his hand
Rhino
and I shake
germs.
it and say, "Jolly good show, my fellow lad."
You just sniffed my root beer. He kind of looks at you puzzled, and then looks over at Prisma.
Wait, what?
You gotta
Translator.
translate. You gotta say your goobly gumbus language.
What am I translating?
Gumbus. Yeah, she needs to know the word so she could do it properly.
Oh, I said, "Jolly good show, my fellow lad."
Azrath Metreon Synthos.
Well, there you go.
I feel the enthusiasm. He stands up and responds with, "That was a very fun time. I was expecting to be cut down after a while, though. I thought your anger might get the best of you. Although you
I
were
considered
talking
it.
about letting me live.
I definitely did not like getting bonked on the head.
It
I
seems
mean-
that we didn't get any of you. I was so hoping to add at least one of you to the soup.
At least one.
You got real close.
I think my soldiers will mourn the loss of that one right there. As he points to Vitari.
Maybe
I
make
point,
your
I point at
goblins into
Akris
soup.
like, Kim? Yeah.
It's like, Awkward, do you know the other slightly looking
No.
feminine boy here?
Yeah, no,
And
I don't
Okrith just
blame
kind of goes.
I also have
Just
Akris,
kind of like coughs up a little bit of blood. He's like, don't touch that.
I hand him the flask so he can take a sip from that.
Can I go get my hatchet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no other little ritual right now we gotta do, or
We bid you farewell.
And he gains 4. But hold on. One funny little thing. Whenever he says, my soldiers will really mourn the loss of that one. You see all of the goblins. There's more goblins on the side than are shown in tokens. And you just can hear this like audible "Aww," as they start kicking rocks on the floor and stuff.
I
Do
guess,
they have banana hammocks?
guess I'm slightly flattered, but also
They're bummed out they don't get to eat.
Do they have
Yeah.
banana hammocks?
yeah,
Eat that
they're
pussy.
bummed out they don't. Oh my god.
I'm using my passive perception.
Dominicuzzy.
You're using your passive perception for what?
To note if these guys have banana hammocks at the top of Vitari here.
They do not have banana hammocks. They
Oh,
are fully clothed in their loincloths and furs and everything.
oh.
So, did we make peace with the goblin tribe?
It seems that they're cool with you. Aruget will say, as promised, you will have safe passage and you will be able to take the prisoners.
Hooray!
But only the soldiers.
I mean,
That
Well, we
wasn't the
can't-
deal.
But
We can't
they
necessarily
all the
starve them
prisoners.
either. This is their
Okay.
food source.
I'm pretty sure you
I
said
don't know.
only the soldiers, right?
I said
I
all
said
the
all
people.
prisoners.
Yeah.
I thought we said like the whole, like every single, yeah, all the peoples.
If you like, I could tell them about a different story.
I thought you
Okay,
did say
so-
soldiers, but I'll go ahead and go with the you said people.
Well, Dominicus says you can have the civilians if we can call upon you in battle at a future time.
I mean, I'm just saying, if they need meat, there's a few goblins laying around who nobody will miss.
Also,
On
they
account of
don't
them being dead already.
they don't just eat people. Like you were given like non-people ingrediented food earlier.
Huh.
Like
Did they eat goblins?
the eating the human soup kind of seems like it might just be like a fear tactic to keep people from coming into their place.
For all that help.
Well, that, and if you're going to be killing prisoners, why waste good meat?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that is a staple food of theirs, though. It's not like Japan and rice. Gotta have me these people.
Excuse you, I have rice all the times too.
All right, sorry, Mexicans and beans.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Is he even Mexican?
I'm not, and that's what makes
That's
me more,
why I
Like
said it.
That's what makes me feel more aggravated. But
Irish and hummus. Not hummus.
Yeah, that's
Haggis.
perfect.
I was about to say,
So,
what?
yeah.
Thomas?
Haggis is what I meant to say.
Which is funny because haggis is Scottish.
I'm trying to offend everybody here. I'm trying to get all my bases.
Okay. But
Yes,
yeah,
like
other
Irish
people
and
for
corned
Since
beef
in that
brisket
race game.
works. Corned beef brisket is a quintessentially Irish dish.
I think Vitari wants to get out of here.
I wanted to get the people out of here.
I think you want to get out of here.
No, we came to save the people. We're just here.
You may take the prisoners. And you may have safe passage through the Panichi Pass.
passing through the Panichi Pass.
What is his response to us calling for him to aid us in battle at a future, like, date, if needed?
David, did you have Prisma ask?
I mean, if she wants to translate for me.
Kind of required. So, I'm not trying to be DM here, but you can ask.
Yeah, if she asks, I'll just need a confirmation of a yeah, I ask or something like that then. But other than that, he says nothing.
I mean, she's not saying
Where's
it.
Whitney?
I'm right here.
So she doesn't ask?
What? Good
She's like-
lord!
She's like, I'm right here, but I'm not paying attention.
Do I have to specifically say when I'm translating for everyone out here?
Well, what if they say something you don't want to translate, like, I'm going to bang your mom right now? Would Prisma want to translate that?
But they're not saying that.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on in my mind.
I just
I
wanted a confirmation just in case you were like, I don't want to ask them that, you know? But all right, then Prisma does ask if...
I'm translating.
All right, Prisma asks on behalf of Dominicus if the need arises, would you be able to call upon the goblins of the pass for aid? Aruget will then...
Would that need to have a persuasion or something?
No.
I would make it.
As Aruget actually likes you guys. You might have been able to tell in the fight that he likes you guys.
It's a good thing I didn't get revealed.
Now, and here's the thing. You already passed this. With Natus doing his intimidation thing in the middle. And him failing. That's why I'm saying that you don't need to.
Truly a soul.
Oh, I've been saying yay for ages, but I was muted.
Holy shit, ages passed in minutes.
But he waves to one of his goblin subordinates, and they bring him a decorated clay bowl. He flexes his hand and puts a little cut on it. And begins to pour a little bit of his blood into the bowl.
Blood brothers!
And he holds it out to Dominicus.
I guess I cut my hand too into the bowl.
Does it have to be with just Dominicus? There shouldn't be like everyone just to be sure.
You can do it with everybody if you want. And you only need like a couple of drops. You don't need to be like a big old gash. Like, I'm trying to attract sharks so that my friend can harpoon them with these flares that have been combined to make us TNT, which doesn't make sense.
Would he be
Like swim
particularly
out too
offended?
far and not be able to get out.
I'll also
Would he-
take some blood out of Natus's like bug holes.
While
Grub
LL
holes.
Cool J is...
Like a shark fin.
Would he be particularly off-put if you know, put some oil in there? I kind of don't have blood. He doesn't even know I exist technically, but hey, that means I would need someone to kind of like carry me
How
over
about you
there.
just sit this one out?
Excuse me, late chick. Shut up.
Let the organics do the real stuff.
Yeah, let us organic
Sit.
handle
Since everyone's going to have to take at least a tongueful of this, I don't know if that would be safe.
Yeah, I'm thinking since everybody needs to have a taste of that, oil probably is not going to be good there. We don't want to be poisoning the the people we're sweating our blood out with.
Everybody just gets diarrhea. Because it's so slippery on your insides now.
Prisma would have been like,
That's just called,
you kind of ruined it.
that's just called lubrication. I mean, we all know the goblins will appreciate it with Batari. Hey. I'm horrible.
Oh, and also, this is not taking any damage if you guys decide you want to put your blood into the bowl. So if you're
I was
almost dead, then you don't have to worry.
I was particularly concerned our 1 HPers were gonna die. But the real question is, what about Dimitri?
Now,
Is he
Dimitri's
going
not going to do that.
Ah,
Cornelius will join in.
here, have some rabbit blood. Don't get too deep into it, because don't eat me.
Oh, man.
I was about to say, here, have some raw rabbit blood. It's not enough to make a sausage, but it'll do.
Oh, man.
Prisma won't add much, but she'll give some.
So add a raindrop.
A
I
little
bet
tiny
Tari will
drop.
as well.
She almost passes out because that was too much blood.
There you
And Okrith will add some. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody dies.
See, and you guys were bashing me for putting oil in it.
Dimitri will actually say in Goblin, I will refrain from this.
How does
Thank
he
you,
know
though.
Goblin?
He's known Goblin the whole time.
He's alright, just refused.
Freaking racist.
Has he noticed my paper on his back at all?
No. I'm sure Phineas has, but he's not saying anything.
You realize, since he knows Goblin, once he gets that paper, he's gonna know it was you, because you're the only other person who could have done it.
He doesn't know it was me.
Who else could write in Goblin?
He gave you
Any
the
other
paper.
goblin.
It'll be the monogrammed paper he gave you.
Oh crap.
It's
Well-
his own personal stationery.
Maybe he'll never
Yeah.
notice.
Yeah, that's gonna come up later.
Well, deal with it when it happens.
He was a tough boss to fight, by the way. Don't be thinking you can't make your bosses tough. That extra attack with 10 over, that's...
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have options to implement strategically.
Like, we totally outnumbered him, and he was still dishing out.
But yeah,
He's kind of like the goblin when chosen one.
he will raise the bowl above his head, and you see his mother dancing around with these sticks of burning incense in between her fingers, going and he takes the first sip and hands it one by one to each of you. He kind of dips his pinky in for Prisma, though, because he can't really lift it into her mouth.
Yeah.
And just kind of gives her a drop on the tip of his pinky.
Thank you.
Lick my pinky.
The kink of the goblins.
I know, he's enjoying it more than I am. He just won't say that loud.
And after the last of you have taken a sip, he says, "You may call on me should you ever need help. We are brothers and sisters in battle. Please, bring me worthy warriors to face."
Would it be cool if we brought you the worthy war?
Only if
mean-
they don't go in the soup if they lose.
Well, by that I meant your enemies. Not just
Oh.
Ah,
Okay.
so
like actual
Put them
life
in
or
the-
death situations.
Okay. Got you.
sounds like a put them in the soup moment.
Yay, we get a temporary NPC.
Oh, he's not coming with you.
Well, I know
But-
not now, but like if we need him, we have a summon.
Oh wait, do you have a world map?
I do
Or
not
do we
for
have to
this one.
acquire it? Yeah, it would be nice to have a world map. You
Do you
can
have a
make one
cave
some-
map?
Yeah, this one, since it's such a big amount of cave systems and everything, I decided not to make one this time.
Hmm.
We
But-
can start making one.
Yeah, you could start making one.
Beginning
Because
with the
they-
Penichi Pass.
Cause see, without a air quotes world map, then how do we even know that this guy's available? Like we're close enough to this guy for him to be available to, you know, help us.
Well, you could, take notes or something. Be like, all right, the goblins of the Penichi Pass. We came from Laseed through the Penichi Pass, and then the next town over is Langrisser. So if you're in between Langrisser and Laseed, and you have a note that says that the Penichi Pass is in between them, then you know that if you're in the Penichi Pass, you can call on him for help.
Oh. Someone should ask him about the grubs.
I mean, that is a good idea.
I want to, but
Cornelius shall ask. Through Prisma, obviously, since he doesn't speak Goblin himself.
All right.
Regarding where they got the grubs and what exactly the nature of those are.
They are rot grubs. We found a number of them in a corpse that exploded with them, infecting a number of our goblins. We have to be extremely careful with them, but we have learned that putting them in tripwires to rain them on people or using them in interrogations is incredibly effective.
Fascinating.
Hmm.
See, they burrow through the skin, going directly to the heart. And the moment they get to it, the creature ceases to be.
I'm gonna put that in my notes so that I can create many alternate reality stories.
So are we getting the prisoners and getting out of here now?
Seems like a good idea.
Pretty good idea.
All right. Well, he will wave one of his goblins to show you to the prisoners and let you escort them out. And just so you know, you don't have to leave through the well.
Hooray! We don't.
Oh,
I assume
hey!
they'll escort us out of the like where we need to go.
They will escort you to the outskirts of the entrance of their little hive-built village.
Oh, oh,
Wit's doing his
Hob-Dosrrah.
super cool 8 figurine.
Eh.
And now he stopped. I sure almost said something.
Forgot.
Hob-Dosrrah.
Still have the what?
I said, Mr. Hob-Dosrrah.
Yes.
May I have some arrows, please?
Can you shit on this, please?
That's
really what he is.
He kind of looks at their stock of arrows compared to your size, and he just kind of turns around, and you see the arrows that you shot into him.
Yeah, can I just have some of those back?
And he just lets you pick them out.
How many did I shoot you? Let's see. Let me go back here. Let's see. One.
Also grab them out of that other dead goblin.
Two. Let's see here.
I don't know how you're gonna get any other arrows, you know, other than make them yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I can get at least 4 back.
All right, well, you have 4.
I'll have to make some next time we have a rest. But, okay.
But yeah, you are escorted to the prisoners. And although we don't need to, we'll go ahead and do that for a slight change of pace. And they lead you through a caged area into a holding cell with the militia soldiers who haven't been beaten to a pulp anymore since you guys stopped the fights in the arena. So
Good.
the moment that they that you were like, all right, we're gonna fight the Hob-Dosrrah, they just stopped doing what they were doing.
Before anybody says anything, the minute we see the prisoners and they see us, Prisma will be like, "Bow to your masters! We have saved your lives and spared you from the soup!"
You see a bunch of kind of broken men.
I see.
Like, some of them with these makeshift slings with broken arms, big swollen eyes from being beaten, and they're just looking at you.
I'll step. I was like, you know, you're free. We got you out.
What?
Come on.
Aw, but I wanted some slaves!
You know what? Maybe another time.
But that's tradition in Goblin. Ew, fine.
Was Prisma raised by goblins?
No, we've just been spending too much time with the goblins.
You're like, yeah, let's pillage. Let's break some rules.
Let's break some arms!
Yeah, I have to start helping those who need help getting up and stuff.
I assume Natus can carry the ones who are too weak to walk, right?
As can Cornelius for the remainder of the hour.
You're
Yeah,
still
because
a
you're
lot out of
Big
Natus.
Benny.
You also find a small number of females, probably only about 5.
They're only 5 years old?
No, there are 5 females.
Quantity,
Yeah, that was...
you weirdo.
Wow.
I couldn't help it. It was right there.
Also bruised with scratches on their arms and wearing rags for clothes.
Right.
Do we have blankets?
You got a couple bedrolls.
Whatever
can,
we
like,
got.
Wrap them up in
Cover up, yeah.
more comfy things until we get to town.
Yep.
Full disclosure, she made the kind of joke I would make. I was just
Because we're nice like that.
But yeah, you get probably about 50 militia soldiers out with you. For the most part, they're able to walk and everything just fine. Some of them might have a little bit of a limp, but they're not pressed for getting out of here. They're hobbling out.
Yeah.
they ain't gonna be Dosrrah anymore.
With all of the goblins staring with their beady yellow eyes, just kind of watching as you guys have a parade out to the entrance. Some of the goblins that don't know exactly what happened, like didn't watch the fight, seem to have a couple of little grunts of displeasure about the whole thing, especially whenever they see the women leaving.
Yeah.
No.
But they all keep their distance.
They better.
And you are left outside of the goblin hive.
Alright.
And they shut the gates behind you and all of the soldiers.
And I'll be like, thanks, guys! See you later! This was fun!
Enslave you later.
Yeah, let's get these people to a safer
Alright,
place.
now let's go get that princess.
Dimitri, to Prisma, though, will say, "Oh yes, it's been a hoot."
Wasn't it? They were so nice.
I don't know, did y'all think you would change your mind if we would have lost?
But we didn't lose. We won. Because we're amazing.
Dominica says, yes, good thing Prisma did all the damage.
I
She
did.
won the day for us.
Yes, it's wonderful that she stayed up above everything, away from everyone's attacks.
Who's
Look,
above,
not a
who's
scratch
down?
on you. You must be the best of us here.
Who's on
Well,
top
she's
of
certainly
who
the
now?
smartest of us.
What? You're being sarcastic, right?
She's using Versashka tactics.
Hey, that's kind of the smartest thing you can do is stay out of sight.
I mean, yeah.
And you guys tried to ridicule me for doing that last campaign.
I mean, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I'm a tiny little thing who's very fragile, you know? It doesn't take much to batter me into dust. The literal pixie dust that I am.
Well, if we want to be fair about it, pixie dust is very useful. So if you want to get better into dust,
I mean, I guess
Then we
maybe,
could
yeah,
use
you
one.
can mortar and pestle me into something useful when I'm dead.
It's
Make me into that pie.
let's start
Good
getting these
stuff.
people out of here.
Well, all right. Which way do you go? Do you go back to Lacede? Or do you send them on their way to Lacede on their own? They should have a pretty safe time of it, even if you don't go with them.
We did ask for safe passage through the pass, so they should leave us alone from this point.
considering the goblins know to not touch this particular group of people, and those were the only things we've seen along the way. Geotath excluded, but she ain't.
Unless
So,
there's other goblin tribes.
where was the whole army going? Weren't they going through the Peniche Pass to the next town?
Yes, they were. But
So that we
the-
should meet them. shouldn't we?
the commanding officer, Apollyon, is nowhere to be seen at the moment. So, they could easily be let go to go back home to their families, should you wish.
That's not up to us. We should ask them. Do you guys want to go home, or do you
I
want
think
to
they wanna go
continue with the
home.
mission?
They definitely
And
want to
more
go home.
importantly,
It's up to them. You know, some people might choose honor over going home.
and also there's a possibility that any who arrive home before the commander and the rest of the force would be executed for desertion.
That, or maybe they have nothing to go home to.
Maybe they believe in Dominicus and start following him.
Or Prisma.
Oh, there's still a bunch of hurt people who probably need a lot of rest.
Who defeated the goblins?
And I'm probably very traumatized.
Prisma the Goblin Warrior.
Well, what is their response to us asking them if they want to go home or not?
Are you kidding? Look at us! The dude who says that spits out a tooth
Ugh.
as he says it. It's like, of course we want to go home.
That just makes me
Then
want
be
to
on your
go.
way while we proceed.
We didn't want to be out here in the first place. He just starts losing more teeth.
Just falling out.
What, and Prisma's collecting them.
Hey, Tooth Fairy, man. It's like 200 gold right here.
Take a piece of candy.
Alright,
I
then
personally know the Tooth Fairy.
should we escort them back and then come back this way, or?
That'll
That'd
take
be-
way too long.
A candy pixie knows the tooth fairy? That sounds like the kind of content you'd find in my campaign, because they'd be enemies.
I don't know if they can be working together.
Exactly, that's how I know them. Bitches
So we
always
just tell them to go
this,
scurry on home.
always trying to ruin me.
They're small enough to take shortcuts now, right? Not the whole big batch we were.
Oh yeah. They'd be able to take a shortcut, but as well, so are you. Which you have a map of the Peniche Pass.
Oh, we do? Can we see it?
Yeah, so
I don't have an actual map that was made.
I was teasing you, but if you give me a
Uh,
general shape, I can make it for you.
okay, I think with these shortcuts,
Cave-like.
we could probably guide them back pretty quick and come back pretty quick. Without being bothered.
Are you okay with just the literal 2 lines then? Come on, man. Mango.
Sure.
It was sarcasm.
But you do have the map that shows Sheotath's room, the pathway to Langrisser from Sheotath's room, as well as the Peniche Pass proper, and the Goblin Hive.
Speaking of, can I update that? Can I have Cornelius update that map as we go?
Yes, you can.
Are we gonna get another one of Joey's amazing artistic maps soon?
That's up to him.
How racist.
I'd love to see how you could interpret this map system if there's a bunch of caves.
I don't know.
I mean, I kind of have an idea of how you could do it, but like, I couldn't describe it. I'd have to like draw it.
I'm not gonna ask him to do it.
I mean, I might try maybe.
I mean, you could commission him if you wanted.
I'm just saying he did a good job with the last map.
But yes, you don't need to escort them back if you don't want to. They'll be able to get back just fine on their own. They don't even technically need to use a shortcut because you're only a couple of hours out. You were taking a break.
How many of them are there?
There are about 50 soldiers.
50 soldiers? Oh man,
Civilians.
I don't have enough for all of you, but who's the most injured and needs nourishment for the day?
Yeah, they could split it.
You can't split a good berry.
They're not sensu
Well-
beans.
You can't get half a hit point.
Wait, they are
As
sensu
a
beans.
We could
chauvinist,
round
the-
down.
The 5 women get it.
Actually, you know what? What did you say about rounding down for half of 1 hit point? I don't remember.
I didn't say anything. The lowest you can do is 1 hit point.
First
Oh,
one will just
so-
say the 10 weakest get 1 berry.
Sweet, so if you have 1 good berry, it will still give 1 HP.
I don't see anything about the berry being able to be halved in the spell description.
I don't think you can have it. You can't have 1 hit point.
Seriously, Whitney?
You can't have half a hit point.
Yeah, you can't. Because it'd be 0.5, which Wheat, by his rules, would round it up to 1 because you can't go below 1 with the whole halving thing, how he does it. So if half a berry...
I'm not
would
gonna let
equate to
you
half a
make
hit-
20 berries out of 10 berries.
20
That's
half berries.
20 HP out of 10 berries. Get it
If I
right.
use a magic spell called Pretty Please.
Because if we could do that for
No.
them, then he would allow us to do that too, and that would be cheating.
Oh, please, Whitney. Okay, fine.
The 10
Dominican-
most people in need get 1 good berry.
All right, the
Dominicus-
5 women get 1 then.
Yes.
And I guess 5 men who are in dire need.
Minica still has 7, and we should use them up before they rot. So I'm gonna put
Yeah,
them,
they're only good for a while.
No, those are for us.
so I'm gonna put them onto you, okay?
All of them?
Yeah. And then
I
we're
don't really need
roughly-
them right now.
Why not? You were at 4 hit points.
Alright, whatever.
Yeah.
Mine's 10.
Yeah, how dare you not be at 5 hit points after this berry?
Like, don't
Just
you
like a
waste
whole
my
handful and I feel really
Yeah, what-
sluggish.
wonderful and valuable my berries are.
You've got the itis from eating too many berries.
No, I just feel really
Berry-itis.
full because like they're supposed to feed you for like a whole week, right?
No,
A
one
day.
day.
Oh, but yeah, I'm like, ooh.
But yeah, you hand some out to the ones with like broken legs and stuff to get them walking a little better.
Thank you. This berry makes all my problems seem very insignificant.
It's not much, but it's all I can do.
Do you know healing word? That
No.
would probably feel better.
I'm not a cleric.
I'm mocking.
Yourself, because you didn't heal once in that fight. And I
Excuse
pleaded
you?
with you.
And you can't even
I-
heal from healing word.
Excuse you, I at least enabled 4 hits. At least.
Yeah, no, the bless is great.
Yeah, and if I had actually been active and gotten bonked, you might have lost a bless. Because that guy, he was going everywhere. He gave everyone a little bit of attention.
Not me.
Yeah.
I hear.
Well, I'm leaning towards voting for Vitari for excellent healing during that fight, so he gets inspiration next session.
All right.
I mean, he did do a good job.
I will also vote for that.
That bless did come in clutch too, though.
It totally did. Yeah, I have to say that. But yeah,
You
can't
have
wait
to
till you're
say
an
that.
R2D2 and you're like doing stuff, you know, like another cute character. It's like
You
running
have
around.
to say that. You don't want to say that. I can read between the lines, Noober. I'm gonna go home now.
Yeah, I've told you that I see you as an R2D2, and you don't do anything, you know.
Hey, R2D2 does stuff, okay? Don't
Dude,
compare it to that.
R2D2 is the fucking goat of Star Wars.
He is literally the reason why so many things happen and why people win.
Okay.
Like, they wouldn't.
So we send the people on their way. Since we
Okay.
know they'll be safe.
Why do I ever try to be nice to Whitney?
You don't try to be nice to Whitney. What are you talking
I
about?
was nicer than you last week.
What was I doing to her last week?
Last week, you're the first one to talk about things she didn't want to hear about.
I was unintentional.
She
I
walked
was
in on her.
directed at her.
Yeah.
I'm better now if it's any consideration.
That's good.
All right. So you send
Yes.
the group of people back to Lacede.
And we continue on our journey to the next town!
On
How
Dragon
long will
Ball
it take
Z.
to get to the next town?
How long will it take to get to the next town?
Yeah.
If you go through the Panichi Pass, just the main cavern, it takes 3 days. And you had already walked for, I think I said like 5 hours before you took a rest. And everybody kind of started fanning out through caverns to look in there, and then you got attacked by the goblins.
Should we take a long rest and then go?
You know, I just realized
I
something.
mean, you just woke up. That would be burning precious daylight.
So we should probably just walk as much
Damn.
as we
You
can.
mean cavern light?
Yeah, we have to be very careful over that light that supposedly exists out there. How do we even
Alright,
keep
let's,
track of time?
then let's
Did you make that
progress.
clear?
Did Prisma have a question?
I do. I just realized. Did I clarify if I asked for permission for the entire army to be able to pass through safely? I'm pretty sure I did, right?
Verify for all of us.
Pretty sure
For
I
the
verified.
prisoners and us.
It's all
Okay,
good.
so- all right, we're good. Yeah, okay. Then we continue on to the next town then.
All
So
right.
yeah, how do we tell time down here?
That's a good question. How do we tell time?
Presumably by candle.
Well, it's not like we have a sundial.
Hilarious.
We
Well,
have a cavern dial.
whenever you're not in a town, it's pretty hard to. But there is a set timing that the drift globes have for day and night in actual towns.
Huh.
So the only way we'll know what time it actually is if we're near a GIF globe in town.
Yeah. And if it's off, that means that it's sometime in the nighttime.
Alrighty.
Other than that, you can ask somebody that does Druidcraft tell time or just the weather? I don't remember.
Let me look. One sec. Druidcraft says,
Just weather.
whispering to the spirits of nature, you create one of the following effects. You can create a tiny harmless sensory that predicts what the weather will be for your location for the next 24 hours. Blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
You
Just the
instantly
weather.
light or step out of candle, a torch, or a small campfire. You create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect such as falling leaves, puff of wind. Yeah, that's it.
All right, then. I don't know an exact spell, but I'm sure there's a spell that can tell time. It'd probably be a cantrip. If not, then I'll probably just have to make one, and it'll be something simple like you know what time it is, but nobody would ever take that cantrip.
Well, what is the weather going to be like? Since I'm curious.
How do you know Druidcraft?
You gave it to me, remember?
I don't remember.
You gave it to me because I got these little lantern flower seeds so that I could have a light source, and you were like, Druidcraft, so that you can make them grow instantly.
Isn't the Ranger's spell selection from the Druid spells?
Rangers don't get cantrips.
The Druid does not get cantrips. Oh, yeah, the Rangers don't get cantrips, and they don't get certain spells from the Druid tree. They only get a narrow selection of them.
Oh wait, didn't I say that you could choose to replace one of your pixie ones if you wanted to?
Oh yeah, I did. I don't know which one I replaced it with because I think it was like something completely useless, but yeah, I think I took this one instead.
Okay, then that makes sense. But at your location for the next 24 hours, I don't know how to do this because. All right, I got an idea.
With the chance of rock slides.
Well, the weather at your location, you see a blue orb while you do this that slowly turns gray and begins to flash.
Thunderstorm?
Yes, I'll go with that.
I mean, that does seem to be what it looks like.
But because it says for the next 24 hours, it'll tell you what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours. It will be clear, cloud up, and then thunderstorm. You don't know how long that's going to take over the 24 hours. But there's your answer.
Well, I guess we better prepare for rain.
And all of you start to freeze up. Eyes widen. Because all of you know that that is a bad idea. And you guys should either get through one of those. You guys should really get through one of those shortcuts to Langrisser if you're going forward as quickly as possible.
In other words, all aboard who's coming aboard.
All right.
I am thoroughly entertained, my good sir.
And let's hurry.
Look at that.
Also, Cornelius shall take Sigismund under his arm.
So as I don't have to do anything, so that way I can try skipping those 6 hours. That's my.
Well, Prisma will cup a squat behind Dami, sitting on Natus, and be like, "Oh,
Pop a squat on my shoulder.
okay." Then I'll crawl up your back and sit on your shoulder. Then.
I'll be thine steed.
Whee!
This is what my rhino feels like. Understand?
Since you totally beat the goblins, you know, it's only fair.
From one warrior to another, I recognize your strength.
Dominicus only got like the past 3 victories.
Prisma's getting a big head from Dominus. Dominicus! I said it again!
Dominus. Well, you can hear Tolston saying, "Come on, Varsum, let's go."
Oh, is Varsum leaving us?
And Varsum says, "No. I'm not going back." And Tolston says, "What are you talking about? We have our chance. Let's just go home." He's like, "We can't. These people have risked their lives for us. We can't just go away without repaying them at all."
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
I
Keep
told you
talking.
this kid's got the balls.
Just keep talking, okay? But if you hear smacking, you know what? I'm just gonna mute.
Okay.
Is she gonna spank herself to this?
I don't know.
This just got real weird.
Varsum, I'm not going to let you go traipse off and get yourself killed. You did it against that snake.
Oh! Natural 20! Whoa, let's put that one in the pool.
Varsum, I wasn't in my right mind. Please, let's just go home. And Tolston grabs his arm and begins to pull. But Varsum plants his feet and pulls back. Says, "We have to help them. If they're going after that princess, I'm going to go too." Did you see how strong that guy was? That leader of the goblins? He looked younger than me. I can't be worthless forever.
Then let's build you up.
Tolston will look at you and say, "I thank you for saving my boy, but you will not take him in such a dangerous journey."
That's for him to decide.
The boy's only 16. He doesn't know anything.
He seems to be more of a man than his father.
Oh, whoa, that's a jumping spider? Whitney, if you have jumping spiders, just get the flamethrower. The house isn't worth it. Bit random, but yeah.
She's
I'm
also
fairly
got
cer-
arachnophobia.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what?
It's like one of
Joey
her
has it?
biggest fears is
I
arachnophobia.
remember you told me. Yeah.
It's
I
not
remember
as
that
bad
now.
as Orlando's, but it's still there.
I'd run away at this point. I'd just leave. Jumping spiders. That's when I have arachnophobia. Especially if they're white. Ooh.
Stop typing and deal with it. Like you're getting closer to it just to respond to us.
I think she picked up her keyboard. Most
Go
keyboards
kill
are
her.
not that. I think any viewer understands.
Large
Curses.
and
Most
some
of-
stiff paper.
Most
I have
Americans
to
don't
like
keep a
it.
flamethrower in their house.
Anyway,
Drop the glass on it quickly.
Vitari, were you about to say something?
I was gonna ask the father, So what do y'all do for a living?
Okay, I've covered it. Okay.
You
You
Alright.
have
With
to
like a
have the
sheet?
beast.
I've covered it with the base of my figure.
Your ass?
I don't know what to do right now. I'm gonna probably
That
try
kind of
not to
figure.
scoot it onto something flat and get it out of here. But I'll deal with that later. Just continue.
Kokozol. That's mean.
It literally just fell out of nowhere from the ceiling right in front of me, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" And it just kept hopping around, and it stayed still for a while, and then it just moved more, and then it jumped on my mouse, and I'm just like, "Ah!" And finally, it jumped off the mouse, and I was like, with a cup or the figure. And so I'm just gonna leave it there for now.
Well, Toastin would answer you
Sorry, I was partially listening.
Everyone
with
else is doing it.
Tolston would answer you with, I'm a carpenter, but I used to be a knight.
Is that
Did
so?
you run away from those fights too?
How young were you when you started training for that?
He doesn't want to answer you.
Well, then I guess silence speaks more. I mean,
As he kind of tenses up and looks down.
I would like your son to go there and be safe, but it's his choice.
Roll persuasion,
Okay.
because you weren't as aggressive about it. He is
I do persuasion
listening
on,
to you a little bit more.
on
Persuasion.
Barson.
Come on.
Sometimes the nice,
Not
sweet
a
way
thing.
is the way, but probably not with that roll.
Flash of genius. One of my most hated feats.
Flash of genius.
I don't know that one.
I think Artificers Gavin it lets them add their intelligence mods with skill check or save.
Oh, right. I got you.
Yeah. It's super annoying because once I finally think I can party for that very close, just almost got what you needed roll. Like Flash of Genius. Fuck!
Supposed to add my intelligence mod or somebody else's?
Well, you're not an
You don't have
artificer.
Okay.
WheatTon.
Yes.
Can I roll persuasion to persuade Varsum and not his dad?
Yes.
That is such a cute little gif of a Mexican spider with maracas. That's so cute, though.
Wow.
Maybe you should
I think I'll give you advantage because you have, shown yourself in battle. And
You've also been there for Varsa.
yeah, you've built up a little bit of a relationship, a rapport with him over
What's your
the
relationship with my son?
2 days that you've known each other.
Is the 20s a success?
Yes. Vitari, yours is not,
Yeah.
but it causes him to loosen his grip, and you see Varsum tear his hand away from his father.
We are good people. We've ripped a child from his parent.
The boy wants to become like an interdimensional bard. We can't stop him.
But Tolston will look at his son. On the verge of tears, trying his absolute best to, like, suck that back into his eyes.
Get those tears for your potion.
Do what?
He's tears.
I'm joking. Don't we need tears of a stranger for...
Seeing the sight of tears, though, Prisma will fly forward to Tolston and be like, "Don't be sad. Everybody's gotta leave the nest eventually. Here, have a sugar blossom. That'll make you feel better."
He kind of mindlessly holds his hand out to take the candy,
And I put it in there.
and he
He's
looks
"Don't
at
worry,
it,
He'll be a badass."
and then back to Varsum. And his voice cracking a little bit. He says, "Varsum, please. I just want you to be safe."
Well, you know, he's more safe with the guys that didn't run away.
But that's he will be.
That
He
may
was
not.
kind of like bewitched by the Medusa statues.
I mean, hell. Navis was there. He was the pillar that did not run away.
Yeah, he
most
did.
of the times. I said most of the times. Everyone else ran away except me because I never ran away, but I also never had the choice if I did get feared. But whatever. Navis stood his ground most time.
Looked him right in the eye. I looked her right in the eye.
Gave her the lazy eye.
Yes, he did.
Well, Varsum
One big evil eye looking for me.
will respond with, "I'm going to be strong. If I go with them, I can be.
And then I can retire as a musician.
And you can either come with me if you're so worried, or you can leave.
You can run away again.
But this is something I'm going to do. You're not going to stop me." He closes his hand over that sugar blossom, pops it in his mouth, adjusts the great sword on his back,
Let the happiness wash over him.
and says, "Let's go."
You're coming with us?
This is
Dominicus
what
says,
he has to
"Uncle
do.
Zoe."
I'm not going to leave him. I don't care if he begins to resent me. If this is the journey he must take, I will be there every step of the way, and he will survive his journey.
Hooray!
Then a
Dominicus
good
says,
step would also be
"Onward."
helping.
Well,
also
that's
be helping
good.
in training.
Yes, exactly. That's why. That's good. He can help him train him, so we don't exactly have to directly.
Larson will feel so much more confident if you're there to help him train. He wants to make you proud, I'm sure.
Varsum kind of looks to the side in that, like, he doesn't want to admit that is one of the reasons. But it's apparent. Don't even need an insight.
See? See?
Tolston then grabs him around the shoulder with one of his arms, puts his hand on Varsum's head, and gives him a smooch right on the head. And he's like, "Yeah,
Dad, come on, not in front of everybody.
16-year-old angst. Oh."
Then let's move before this, storm.
They're both trying not to cry.
Yeah, they
They're like, I love you.
they both look like they are not very good at letting go of their emotions with each other. All right, but onward.
Onward.
To adventure. Damn it.
Now, how would you like to proceed? Are you taking a shortcut?
Probably.
Probably
Should
the
I
best
give
bet.
I'm game
Dominicus
for. I'm game for a
not
shortcut.
Dominicus.
It's a 6-hour short.
distraction?
Yes.
Can you take one of those HPs off so that way I can give you one of the good berries? That way you're fed.
Certainly.
By taking one of the shortcuts, you will cut the 3-day journey into a 12-hour journey.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Because I should also say that 3-day journey is also with 8-hour rests in between. So it's not like you're just walking for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
We did that once in our campaign.
Yeah, they ended up with jelly legs. Good time.
I'm just saying, though, that you might have thought that I meant that it would be 3 days of non-stop walking. But no, it's like with 8-hour rests in between camping alongside of it.
All right, so 2 days then.
Yeah, around 2 days. But anyway, taking a shortcut will change it to 12 hours, and you'll be able to get there rather quickly. Especially with, I think rangers have the ability to, like, help guide people at a fast pace. Or something like that.
Well, that certainly didn't help when we were going through the place. She took us to the arena.
Hey, I mean, it worked out in the end, didn't it? Probably
Hey,
better
that-
than it would have if I had taken you straight to the prisoners.
I mean, you took them to where you said, I think I know where the prisoners are.
Yes, that's not like I lied.
I
You
never
guys need to
said
be
you
more
did.
You guys need to be more appreciative of the pixie who's been getting you guys in and out of trouble.
I'm glad that she balanced that.
More out than in.
But anyway, would you guys like to take a short rest or anything?
Nah, let's just go. We'll rest
Probably
at the
time
town.
for Whitney's work.
All right. Well,
Villain!
huh?
No, this is in the chat, and this is because I've given them a rep. My bad, kind of.
Perhaps this would be best time to cliffhanger.
Alrighty.
All right.
We can do that.
Well, we're ending the session.
Unless you
Whitney
want to
has to
continue
go
without
work.
me. I mean, you guys can feel free to go on without me for a little while if you want. I won't be
Let's
big
get to the
rush.
town and then end it.
Alright, well, I do have to leave right now though, so cliffhanger, continue, doesn't matter to me, but I had fun, I have to go.
All right.
Have fun at work. I know you
wish
won't, but
had
I'm
to go.
wishing it for you.
I appreciate the wish, nonetheless.
Have a good night.
You too. Everybody have a good night. Fun game. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
But alright. You push your way through the caves, making your way as quickly as possible to the next town of Langrisser. Do you want to push through that 12-hour without a rest? Because you can actually, if you do want to, then you'll be, it'll be like, 8 hours long, right?
Yeah.
But what am I trying to say?
Yeah.
If you are doing it, if you are traveling for 8 hours, you can push beyond that limit at the risk of exhaustion. So you'll have to travel an extra 4 hours, and you'll be able to get there, but you'll have to make a saving throw for 10 plus 1 for each hour past 8 hours, and on a failed saving throw you get 1 level of exhaustion. But you'll be able to get there before the rain starts.
I mean, should we take a short rest so we don't have to get the exhaustion?
I guess a short rest wouldn't hurt.
I mean, if we can take a short rest and still get there ahead of the rain.
If you take a short rest, you can, but if you take a long rest, you can't.
Then let's take a short rest.
Yeah.
Yes, let's use a short rest along the way, because we really should get there ahead of the rain, because if the rain floods out the entire pass while we're resting, that's no bueno.
Oh, you would know that that's not the problem.
It's probably just the
Uh-oh. That sounds even more ominous.
Yeah, like there's something that comes out when it rains.
the rain.
And it's more that something comes in when it rains.
comes.
Oh, that's even worse.
All right, yeah.
Like a big old crocodile.
Yeah, we just take a short rest in between there and then keep on going.
All right, and feel free to get any short rest things back as well.
Is there anything that happens between this short rest and the following 6 hours? Or 5.5?
I was gonna roll to see, but other than that, no.
Well, if nothing happens, may I know how much experience I get?
Hold on. All right, yeah, nothing happens. And I don't have the experience written up yet. So no, you may not. But anyway.
Do we know what comes in the cavern? Is that a history?
No, you just know. I'm trying to be coy about it, but if you're wanting to know, I'll just tell you.
I wanna know. Can you show?
The rain comes in. It's not enough to flood like everybody was previously thinking it would be. But the rain comes from the surface.
Oh, poisonous. Wait, how does that affect non-living?
What do you mean, how does it affect non-living?
Oh, wait, I haven't even... The poison's not my problem anyways. Because I'd corrode in water. No.
I mean, it might not be because of the water that you'd corrode.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it might
even
be
worse.
because of the acidic compounds in the water.
But yeah, it's because the rain from the surface is falling through the miasma. And whenever it seeps through the ground, through the cracks and everything, it falls down and whenever it lands on anyone, they immediately become afflicted by the miasma.
See, now if only we had a crystal that could purify the miasma.
I see what he did there. Did you? Wait.
No.
Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Just so.
But
Did you play
anyway,
that game?
the reason that you guys need to get to a town or some kind of shelter that is a little bit more fortified is because there are safety measures put in place for whenever it rains. Because you guys do need the water. The druids set up in all of the towns have created these special flowers that are kind of like filters, which makes the miasma in the rain into this untouchable sand that needs to be dealt with, but leaves the water fresh enough. But whenever it's falling, it's still dangerous.
That sounds extremely weaponizable.
Maybe.
And once it is turned into that sand, it is sent to an incinerator and burned.
Wait, but
But-
won't that turn it back into fumes?
Yeah, and sends it back up to the surface.
Okay.
You can't get rid of it, so it's best to just put it back where it came from.
Okay. Though now I'm thinking that some corrupt officials or nobles or something, because if we're dealing with humans, there's got to be them, are probably trying to weaponize them anyways.
That part you wouldn't know about, at least as common knowledge.
He says as.
So what you're saying is, if some of this corrupted sand happened to fall off the back of a truck somewhere, there might be a market for it.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, of course.
And wouldn't like finding an alternative way to like get rid of it, maybe cure the earth?
Well, nobody has really found that way, but yes. There are still druids and even the odd wizard and scientists as well that are still working on trying to fix the miasma problem. It's not like this is the end solution.
Solution?
Huh?
Lucian?
Solution.
Oh, solution.
Yeah, so people are still working on it. They just haven't found the correct aspect of it.
All right.
But yeah, anyway, you guys are able to make it through thanks to that map that Cornelius had found. Make it through the cave systems, through one of the shortcuts. And as you're getting closer, you can actually hear a roar of thunder emanating near the town.
All right.
And a siren begins to blare.
Arge. Double our pays.
And
Yeah, we're definitely going to be hot-footing it here.
I live in Texas. Sirens are.
I mean,
terrifying.
you are able to get there before your time runs out. The siren and warnings and everything happen early. So as you're coming into town, everyone can see everyone ignores you is what I meant to say. And you can see that everyone is trying to get into closed doors, as well as a number of robed individuals with flowers in their hair, decorated with telltale signs of druidism, are running to positions to fortify those special flowers. And you can see running along the edges of everything this line, kind of like a storm drain, suspended in the air with the flowers propped up inside of them. And that drain running down and into a large container, glass, kind of like a bottle, so that nobody can touch it. But everyone gets into their positions and undercover just in case. Because you never know if there might be some random stray drop.
Right.
Well, I hope my stable isn't leaky.
That would just suck. They don't care about our animals.
I'm glad we didn't go to the other town where I destroyed the stable.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, now that you are in town, you just need to find some shelter. And if everybody wants, we can cliffhanger here.
Yeah.
Seems
don't-
wise. I mean, we don't want to go too far without Whitney.
Oh,
Yeah.
she left, does she? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
And we get to see more of Wheat's figure eights.
I can't help it.
Hmm.
I'm trying not to whenever it's pointed out to me, but it's just one of those things that I do whenever I'm like thinking and stuff.
Well, Dainichi tends to like run around the map in games where we just have like a hub world like for like forever, and I'm always just watching. Like,
But anyway, yeah.
I mean, that is true.
Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I hope
I
you all
did.
have a good night. And until next time, on Dungeons and WheatTons.